Hello everyone! Welcome to Ready Steady Crit. I'm your Dungeon Master Harna, and joining me today is my usual rigmarole of spacefaring adventurers. Let's start off with the person who has consumed the most cheese, and then we'll work our way down to the cheeseless.
Are we talking today or in general?
Hi, my name is George. I just took a mouthful of cheese. I play Atlas Moreau, the Owling Druid.
Hello, I'm Ryan. I play Cyrus Revanmore, the Ace Barbarian, because I had half a pizza and then a slice from yours as well, so I ate technically slightly more cheese than Mary did.
Hi, I'm Mary. I play Astra, the ASMR cleric, and I'll pass it on to whoever. I don't know.
I assume I'll go next because I also assume that Will doesn't eat cheese for medical reasons. Hi, I'm Anthony. I play Boris Darkhoof, the Satyr fighter and rogue, and I'll pass it on to our cheeseless boy.
I am Volgear, the Jurgar Ranger, who is also not eating cheese.
Okay, interesting fact about him then.
Basically, any food-based question is, will you speak last?
I mean,
Yeah,
it's good. It's a definitive fucking order. It does less of the
See, with that comment, Harry, I just saw like the Left 4 Dead, like Last of Us, like Harry will remember that.
We'll remember this.
No. It was Harry who'll remember this because that's going in the backstory. That's going somewhere.
Also, while you were introducing yourself, Mary turned to me and she's like, George is still eating cheese.
I'm done.
We had a cheese board dinner. It was good.
I'm done now.
Wine and cheese board.
Scrap.
Did you eat the entire cannon bit?
We did together.
Do you have any bread left?
Downstairs.
For breadsticks?
Alrighty. Who wants to remind us what was happening
I
last
wiped my cheesy hand on my foot, and now Juno wants to stop licking my foot.
time?
We
That's not
delivered-
What happened last time?
We delivered Argentium to Harmony, and he got into a debate, both verbal and physical, with the Black Dragon, who was the leader of the
other side.
the other side.
They're not the evil side. There is no evil side. That's the whole point of the war.
Okay. Harmony was like, you guys don't have to stay here for this. You can go and fix your ship, and here's some gift goodies for doing the job for me. Atlas was like, I'ma stay because I want to write shit down. And we're like, okay, you do you. We went back to the ship. Then we decided to get some dinner. We went to some fancy places, and we agreed to go to the Hell dinner because why not? Cyrus didn't. He enjoyed the food, but he didn't enjoy the service. They kept calling him my lord, and everyone else called him my lord, and he didn't like that. And then Barros decided to make a deal. Wanted to do some extra trading on top of having a dinner, so he got invited to the VIP lounge. We all went for drinks, and they were trying to sell the expensive wine, not knowing that the rest of us didn't know they had expensive wine, so we were also bidding on the expensive wine.
Barros spent like $1,000 on wine to sell the wine.
It's kind of like asking a friend to bid on an eBay auction you have, like inflate the price.
I feel like we've done that before, Harry.
Yeah, we have.
I remember a certain phone.
It worked.
Diaz and Astra kind of had a date, but they kept getting interrupted by the bidding war, and Diaz was like so fucked off by the end of the night. Cyrus was wasted because he'd been given a pile of free wine. He insulted Astra a little bit. She insta-slapped him and made him hungover. Diaz was ready to throw hands because her boo was getting insulted by the other ASMR, which she didn't appreciate. And then Sunshine half carried Cyrus home, even though Cyrus was sober. And then
I like to think that you reach the level of hungover where you're just like must forward at least a little.
Yeah. And then Diaz and Astra returned to Diaz's room and fade to black. Nobody knows what happened.
No,
There might have been some smooching.
Astra stuck, like, left.
What?
Diaz fell asleep and Astra kind of, like, wiggled her way out onto the arm to go back to her own bed.
So there was some smooching, and then Diaz passed out, and Astra was like,
Gotta go.
well, I'm done.
Asher did the old what's it from Friends? The hug and roll or whatever. It's the...
Did you feed the dogs dinner?
No, they're probably hungry.
I'll feed the dogs dinner then.
Explains the cheese licking.
You're all back aboard the Chimera. The Chimera has been repaired, and you have all had a long rest. You are currently still in Harmonthal Station, so that's kind of where you are at the moment.
Is Cyrus
doing
still
a shopping
hungover?
day.
He probably would have slept it off by now.
Yeah, you're currently in the Thalorian system, on Harmonthal Station. So yeah, I guess the question is, what would you all like to do?
I'm just repairing the ship because technically that's what Harmony's people were doing yesterday.
Yep.
Do we go buy stuff?
Did they finish?
Yeah, the ship has, by this point, for the sake of argument, by the time they probably work at night, and they're able to get it all finished, good to go for
Is
today.
the shuttle prepared as well? Because its windscreen got smashed by
Yes,
demon.
Stella prepared the shuttle as well, so it'll all be up to normal hit points again. You're still missing. Days doesn't have a little ship anymore, but you're not really in the. You probably could find someone selling ships here if you looked hard enough, but maybe not that specific kind of ship because you're in a Draconid space still.
I will go find Volga if we do have a little bit of time.
Yeah, you go have as much time as you guys like. You're in no rush.
And I'll turn to Volga. So, we've put some money to the side, we've figured out the numbers. Should we go see if we can buy ourselves a little trade ship and send it on the way with crew and cargo? Make ourselves some extra money on the side?
I'm with me. I'm with me. Chance more money.
So Burris will get ready, and then I assume there's kind of like a trade center / kind of embassy style building that kind of handles all that kind of thing.
In the station you're currently in.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so there's this bit large area called the trade halls. There's a main trading floor. There's even private negotiation chambers. There's an area specifically dealing with like resources. A little hub kind of focuses on more just like raw materials or raw resources, that kind of thing. And there's also a regulatory office which oversees all transactions and make sure that they are complying with law and fairly fair. So they also offer things like a resolution service, like disputes and things like that.
Before Volgair and Barros head off, Cyrus is going to catch them in the hallway and just be like, do either of you two remember who received the piloting module assist thing for the holostrap?
Apparently,
I think that was I think that was Atlas. She used it a few times to assist me in flying the ship.
Do you know if she's
navigation?
Does she still need it, or
No,
is she still using it? Do you know?
it's been a little while since I've seen her fly, but you can ask her.
That's okay. It's just I don't need my training module for the engineering anymore, and I thought it might be handy if a few of us knew how to pilot, in case, I don't know, you two get injured or something.
Maybe it's worth swapping with her, giving her the engineering one.
Unless you want this cooking one. Volga holds out the cooking one.
Not particularly, although I suppose it's...
Maybe you could give that to Sunshine.
Come on.
You can
Yeah,
explore-
Sunshine might be able to learn how to cook. I'm sure he's... I mean, piloting hasn't gone very well in trying to teach him how to pilot, so...
True.
No, I might be able to help with the navigator stuff.
What?
I might be able to help with the navigator stuff.
No, I'm talking about flying the ship.
I know, but we're swapping.
I'm just saying.
That is a good point. How long does the cooking like? How long does it take?
It takes a month.
Oh, I have a note that says 1 day left, and it's unequipped.
Well,
So
Need to
I
equip
need
that
to wear
for a
it
day.
for 1 more day.
Put it on today and just.
I'll just put
I
it
don't
on
know.
right now. Fuck it, I'll take something else off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sunshine, like,
There we go.
was in the main, like, leading area, just like, you know, as usual, just kind of keeping himself busy. Or you see Days as he comes downstairs after some time, after a bit of a lie-in. Her, like, hers all, like, fuzzed up. She just, like, goes over the coffee machine.
Morning.
What do you want?
Nothing. Just observing. Is Astra in the main hall?
Asher just talked to you.
Yeah, after
He's kind of ignoring you. He's kind of ignoring you a little bit because you insta hung over him.
He's mad.
But he's like looking between Astra and Diaz as if to go. Nah.
You got... There's something in your eye or something?
Never mind.
Right.
Has anybody seen Atlas?
Atlas stumbles down, having not been insta hungover last night, so getting to fully enjoy the hangover this morning.
Don't hit me now, do you?
Yeah, that might have been a blessing in disguise. Still, I don't want you doing it to me anymore. I want to be drunk. At least let me be drunk. When I start to get hungover, then you can cure me.
What about when you start to be mean?
On
I don't
the
think there's a cure for
upside
that.
of the hangover, I threw up all that spicy food, so my stomach doesn't hurt, except from all the throwing up.
Winning? I guess.
Okay.
By the way,
Where are we
do you know
going?
how to pilot?
A little bit. Why? Are we flying now? Can't barrels
No,
do
no,
it? I'm
it's
pretty
just-
hungover.
I've finished my training module on my holostrap, so I was thinking of learning to pilot as well as like a in case, if needs must, you know.
Oh, I switched it out when I learned how to navigate, but I don't think I'm done yet.
I'm taking the navigator's one. Just, yeah.
Do you mind if I take the piloting one for now?
But I'm halfway through learning it.
But you're not using it. You said so
I'm not
yourself. You
using it.
stopped using it.
No, I stopped using the navigating one because I learned how to navigate. The same way you stopped
Okay.
using your engineering one because you learned how to.
Right. Well, when you finish your
Engine.
piloting stuff, I would like it.
May I remind most of you that you're millionaires
You could just
and
buy
we're
it.
on a big ship that sells lots of stuff, and those modules are pretty common.
Yeah, but I don't want to buy it.
You
We
all
already
are
have
talking
one.
way too much. You look over. These like had a mug. The mug's been left on the side, and she's just got the filter pot and is just drinking from the glass filter pot. She's put like a bit of like, you know, some kind of like vegan-friendly milk alternative in there, or like some kind of powder. Just, like, yeah, just like gulping away.
Ash
That's
is probably
not
passing her
hygienic.
over
I
like
don't know
bland
what you
toast. Like,
have.
just try and eat.
Or what Astra has, to be honest.
Hey, I use mouthwash.
Does Astra?
I mean, like I suppose technically she would have. It's hard not to spit in someone's mouth.
Faster goes beet red.
I'm gonna go look for another module.
Bye, Cyrus.
I'm gonna go with him because it's a weird atmosphere in here
Just
now.
to
If one
check,
of you
we're all
guys
in the
could get me-
canteen.
If you find a little you know, I'm really getting big into Sudoku, so if you find any, you know, good little Sudoku stuff, I'd love one of those, like a book
Sure.
or a tablet.
So and as I'm walking out with Beros, I'll yell at the radio. Go, radio, you know she's hungover, so you can throw up the volume quite a bit and have a bit of a party.
You hear it go a few more notches up.
Alice is like, not yet, I'm going out the house. The house.
Can we still
the
hear it
ship?
as we're leaving the
I
ship?
suppose this ship is our house, right?
It's gonna make a roll.
This is
As
gonna
you're
break
leaving
the
the
radio.
ship, you hear Sunshine yell, Days, no, it's not worth it. Don't shoot the radio. You'll miss it when it's gone.
It's not unusual.
Yeah, you'll head out if you are heading out.
Atlas will tag along with Cyrus on his get piloting assist mission.
Sure. Pretty easy to come across. They're pretty common modules as well. They're not like, crazy expensive. I think they're about learning a skill 30 days. I don't think you guys have bought any before. I think you've been gifted them. So for argument's sake, I'm just gonna say it's 60 gold. So 600 chits for one. It's kind of similar to buying like any kind of education book, If you spend enough time reading it and doing it, you will just learn the skill.
So you taking a break for it, or?
No, I just think it's like the more that we know, the better we'll be. What if Volgear and Beros both get injured? You have a training assist. Sure, you're not like proficient with it yet, so it'll be. I'm not saying that we'll be worse off, but it won't be a good situation to be in. The more skills we have, the better off we'll be.
Just checking we weren't, going too close to hell, and you were just gonna grab the wheel and.
That never crossed my mind.
But it has now.
You can roll an insight if you like.
23.
That's actually really good for Cyrus, but it's an 18. Also, if we need to take the shuttle, like, we always have to bring either Beros or Volgear. We have to bring one of them because they know how to pilot. Or Diaz, I suppose. But if we get her another small ship, then there goes Diaz, so...
Also, if we get Days to pilot, we have to go with Days, so...
Yeah, that's another thing. Is there anything you would like, or need, or require while we're shopping?
To have not
You wanna get another
drank
drink?
so much
Hair of
wine
the dog?
last night.
Hair of the dog, could cure it. Get another drink.
Worth a try.
To the bar.
Okay, you guys go to a bar. Buy some
Early morning. I want whatever this world's version of a Bloody Mary is.
Okay, so you go back to like the Cultural Exchange Center, as you were before. Yeah.
I also need to buy another diamond. That I bought.
You can say you bought that in the trading halls. That's fine. Okay, so you get it's listed on the menu as the searing worm. It's ghost pepper infused vodka. With there's no tomato juice or anything like that here, but there is. It's called spiced blood fruit juice. And it's like this,
Maybe you should get a white devil instead. They use cream. It might be a bit easier on your stomach than more pepper.
They put some smoldering ember sauce in there. It's just like a potent hot sauce imported in from Abaddon, and some ash pepper, which again is
It does seem kind of a waste when I can't taste spice.
Yeah, but think about what it'll do to your stomach.
True.
it is topped with one of those like freak chic Bloody Mary styles though. It's got like a big pepper on top with like a skewer through it, a big bit of bacon, like a huge stick of celery, like all just kind of piled through it. It's like almost like way too big for the glass.
Bacon on a cocktail sounds amazing.
Yeah. Have you not had that?
There
Like candy bacon
was
on like
a place
Bloody Marys?
near us which used to do a little bacon sandwich as the garnish of your Bloody Mary. Like a little
Amazing.
tiny one.
Why do I feel like
Alice will try
Cyrus
and
kind
get
of wants to
something
destroy that bar?
non-alcoholic, but also like much bacon sandwich.
What?
What is the drink?
You just want like a bacon sandwich?
I want bacon sandwich and something non-alcoholic to drink.
Okay. They have a pretty good section of like non-alcoholic stuff as well. Ever like a couple of mocktails or just like soft drinks, water, like that kind of thing. They have for some reason they have an awful lot of milk.
Tankard of ale is what Cyrus is drinking in the morning.
All in all, probably sets you guys back the guts of about, call it, 60 chits for all your nibbles and stuff.
Cyrus will cover it.
Alrighty. What is everyone else up to?
Believe me and Volga are heading to the trade districts to look for a trade ship to invest in. And then logistically we'll be just kind of give you an idea, we'll be looking for a crew to man it, somewhere to buy supplies, an initial trade investment, and then potential security as well, if we are going to have them set out on like a long-term journey.
Alrighty. So are you looking for just like a ship that it'll be almost autonomous, it'll just kind of like, you need a crew to run it?
Yes. Yeah.
Buy a ship.
Probably the
pirate
best
crew.
thing to do is to, like, in the trade hall, walk around, find a ship that suits your needs, that already has an owner, and then basically what you can basically do is just buy the ship and the crew effectively and employ them and be like, hey look, we want to like invest in your business, and like we've got like the money to do so, we can give you these things as well, we'll take a cut of your profits, but you can obviously keep trading under us and like as well, and I kind of push it that front. That would probably be the easiest way. So you're gonna basically have a look around. What kind of size of ship?
We were looking at freighter.
Yeah, a freighter on the probably larger scale, so probably between
mid
about
to large.
1.75 mil to 2 mil.
Yeah, to give you an idea of.
Okay, make me an investigation check to see if you can turn up something in that area.
Do you want me to do the investigation?
It's up.
Because I have a +10.
+10. Sure. I can help you because I am proficient.
Hey, are you what? Are you? I'm assuming you're less than +10 then.
+4. But I can't roll lower than a 14. But I think you'll probably manage to get that.
So the first one was a nat 1.
Not great.
The second one was a 6.
Getting better.
16.
So +10, it's a 60. It's still. No, sorry, it's a 9. I can't fucking read my 6s and my 9s. So it's a 19.
That's it, pretty good.
I'm fucking reading it upside down. I thought I was about to say there, fucking, we could have let you go for it.
So 19.
Yeah, 19.
Alrighty. With a 19, you're able to find it is. You're looking for something kind of on the upper end of the freighter kind of area. With 19, you get close. It probably a ship of this size, you probably would be placing it around the like 1.8 mil kind of like mark. Basically just on like a generic, pricing from what you understand about pricing ships. Which basically means it has a. I'm just gonna just make it easier. So it has. it's about 100 foot in length. It can carry a absolute max capacity of people of around about 500. Its max cargo is 250 tons. Sorry, a bit higher now, it'd be 300 tons. Its minimum crew is 60. And that would be its basic core stats. So you'd say like it'd probably around the 1.8 mil, roughly, on that kind of variation. It is... Ships. Okay, so this is currently named the Iron Dromon. It is currently crewed by a Draconid crew. It is a Draconid ship. It's fairly heavily armored. It can, withstand, pretty small combat engagements, but nothing too, incredible. It has quite a big cargo bay, like it's a big double-tier cargo bay, which makes it a little bit exciting. It is catered towards being an actual, like an actual trader's ship, as opposed to the Chimera, which is not really designed for such a way. Yeah, the current crew are all like Dragonborn, Kobolds, Lizard folk. And as you kind of approach me, start asking questions around, it doesn't take long for you to get pointed out to the captain, who's also the current owner of the vessel. He's this tall, broad-shouldered, like bronze dragonborn. He wears kind of like this long leather trench. He has like lots of little like trinkets and things kind of all over him, like lots of little piercings on his scales and things like that. And he is called Captain Vrash. And as you kind of go over, he's like, "Well, hello. Yes, indeed. Some of my lesser crew, my first mate, Slith, she said that you were interested in perhaps investing in the Iron Dromon."
Well, that would be correct. Me and my first mate, Volger here, are looking to invest in trading. We've done a little bit. We're pretty new, but we found ourselves in with a nice little egg to invest in expanding our trading capacities by quite a little bit. So we're willing to offer just a base payment, and then we can negotiate a percentage of the profits, and then what kind of money you would need investing to operate.
Oh, of course, we can definitely do something like that. Well, buying the ship outright, straight away, I couldn't let it go for any less than, call it 1.8 million chits. That would be the cost of the ship alone. As for me and my crew, I run a 6-officer crew across the board. We tend to take a more higher cut than the rest of our crew, who are a little bit of a less wage than us. All told, if I'm honest, it costs around about, I tend to pay in untraceable, but it costs about 21 gold pieces a day to cover everyone's base wage, keep everyone happy. That is, of course, paid either lump sums after some time, but in general, that's the rough running cost.
Do you have cargo with you, or is that also something that we would need to initially
if you want
invest
to purchase all of my cargo, you certainly can as well, of course. I am carrying at the moment 300 tons of spare parts for a variety of ships, variety of TEVs. Current estimated value of all of that is fairly noteworthy, however. You might be better simply letting me sell it first, and then you could purchase the ship separately, or you can buy it all, and hopefully we can turn a profit together.
What did you say? You said 300 tons he's got.
Yeah.
I swear I noted we noted down 250 ton cargo capacity.
No, I upped it to
It's 300.
Up to 300
Oh.
to reflect on the size of the ship. 200 would be the 250 would be the midpoint, and it's just above midpoint. So.
Right. Okay. And what was the people then on that?
So it's 100 foot, 500 max, like people, 300 cargo, and then it requires a crew of 60
Cool.
because of its size.
Just keeping track. I would say we let him sell his last venture, and we.
I mean, we may be able to, if he gives us a good deal on it, maybe we could.
Maybe we can assist
little
him
bit of
maybe in selling him, split the profit.
Sure. How much would it be to buy 50% of your cargo at your buying price, and we'll help you find the buyer?
All of it. And what? And I'll just say, Barros, show him the trading thing that might help.
Oh yeah, I'll show my Draconid trading permit.
Sweet.
I don't know how common that is, but
I mean, I assume he has one.
Yes.
but at least it means we're on equal level with him at that point.
I mean, you would know with his current holding, with that size, it's probably around about 30 million chits worth of stock. A pretty big whack of stock to have, because like a full 300 tons is a lot. Bear in mind, you're taking about 10,000.
We take the biggest gamble of our life here and put in.
I mean, if we can sell it, I think we can turn a profit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what you can do is, if you want to make a persuasion check to try to see what rate he's happy to sell it to you for, because you've not bought anything from me yet. Right now, you could just be.
No.
You don't own him, so.
I think that's definitely down your route. Persuasion. I definitely don't have advantage. I definitely don't have advantage because I'm not proficient.
25.
Hey!
He gives you a pretty good deal. He knocks about the guts of 20% off. So
what we looking?
it'll be 24 mil chits for the full
Jesus.
stock.
Oh, for the full stock. We're only going half, so we're saying
If you want
12.
half, we for 12.
I mean, we could buy it all, but it would be all of our chits.
Yeah, I say we don't take that big of a risk.
Okay.
Let's do half for this moment in time.
So 6 mil chits each.
6 mil chits each, so I'll take it out of my thing.
Sure.
Oh, I'll invest another 6 mil.
We have 4 mil left. Don't forget to take your 2.5 out.
Yep, already done.
So, trade goods, buying, whatever the fuck it's called.
So, just because I've got the number now, I will hand over to the captain 14,566,500 chits.
He takes it all. Very happy.
This is this also includes the wage of the crew for a full year.
Lovely.
So we're taking off buying the ship, aren't we?
Yeah, so that's buying and crewing for a full year.
Buying the Iron Drogon. I do whatever it is plus year crew. How much is that?
14 mil, 566,500.
Minus our 12 mil, so 2 mil.
No, so that's with the 12 mil.
Yeah, so take off the 12 mil. I've already put it in the. We've taken that out of our personal reserves, haven't we?
Yeah.
So we need to just drop it down to 2. One sec, I've got it. There you go.
2,566,500.
Yeah, there we go. Currently debt. I'd say we take money out. It's like gambling, this is.
Yeah.
This is fair. Feels like gambling.
So the way having a solo Tev running its own kind of way away from you guys is it uses the Tevs and downtime rules. So the bigger the Tev, the more profit it can turn. So generally, if it was a cutter, say it's every 4 weeks it can generate 5D 2000 chits basically. For every size club above that, that doubles. So a freighter is 10D 2000 every 4 weeks. So it'll just literally, and that will always tick over.
Mary is quite literally fading.
She is, she's
away.
disappearing.
Yeah.
As long as they don't roll a 1,
2.
Basically
Or
on that, then there's no risk of it turning bad. So if they roll, so there's a 5% chance every month that like it could go tit shaped. But if they, as long as they don't, it will just continue to generate that profit reliably.
I think it's.
I'm more worried about the reading. I'm more worried about your crew is caught illegally in smuggling group. They're imprisoned and your Tev is impounded. That's what I'm worried about.
But it could be as simple as just like a bad deal, you know? That could be all it is.
Yeah, but it's impounded, so we lose our thing. So every month we gotta make a D6.
No, cool. Every month you make a D20. If that roll is a 1, then you make a D6.
Right.
So
okay.
there's a 5% chance every month that something could go wrong, and that's a complication. Otherwise, it just turns the profit without issue. And that I will now, I will say, because you've paid. Normally, that is taking into account things like the crew's wage and all that kind of stuff as well. Seeing as you have paid for a year in advance, let's say for the first 12 months, then that you can roll an extra 1 to that roll, and that'll basically be the recommends, because it's about 20 gold, which is about 2,000 chits. It's basically getting back, so you get to roll an extra dice and maybe make your money back in full, potentially. Alrighty. So Cyrus and Alice all done. Astra, anything you are up to?
Probably making sure Daze doesn't die from the hangover. And then I think she might stock up on ingredients, maybe just stand her around, get some healing potion stuff.
Yeah, good try. You just want to like buy the stuff yourself? Nothing you need specifically?
Yeah.
Grand.
Yeah.
Okay, probably takes you guys like the better part of like, you know, at least the morning and the early afternoon to get all this, like the things with the new ship sorted and things like that. You set up like a good connection as well, so you can, you know, the agreement probably is any trades made, they'll deposit your cut of the profits basically into basically like a bank situation, so then you can pick it up. So you can pick it up from any major station or planet, anything that has a connection
like a
to the trade network.
Go to an ATM.
Yeah, literally.
So,
so they'll deposit what they generate for you in there.
On the way back, I'm assuming we're not selling. We are selling. I'll leave it at that.
Well, we
unless it was bought here.
Well, we can try, and I assume he's arrived intending to sell that cargo, the 300-ton cargo.
Yes, he's arrived to sell that here.
Right. So, can I make a sell roll then?
Sure, if you're willing to do it on his behalf, at least for the half you bought.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? Is it investigation or is it a?
It's persuasion. I
can't remember which way around we always.
Selling is persuasion because it's about the. I just made a persuasion check because you'd already found him at that point, so like it didn't make sense to have you to look for a better deal.
Yeah. Meanwhile, while Beros is rolling this, Volgir will, on his way back, slip into a hat shop.
Yep.
He will buy 2 Admiral hats
Cool.
and put them in his bag.
Yep. Let's say they probably cost about 1,000 chits each because they're quite grand, you know.
Yeah, grandiose.
That is 31
I like to think that there are
in
less
total.
fancy ones. But
Oh
I'm
my
just like,
Jesus
"Oh,
Christ."
wow."
Turn it double. So that will be you make
What is it? Is that 150%?
So that's
200%.
24.
200%?
31
48
plus.
million.
Well, no. So you only sold
it's 21.
yours. You didn't buy all of theirs.
I was
Yeah.
going to say 48 million, 50%.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
we make 24
You make
million.
24.
I will. Yeah, are we keeping that back? Fucking hell.
Right, we'll put the money back in.
It's not real money, Will. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but
He
you're
still gets
so
a
like.
high, though.
It's a high.
The true
I wish I had
fantasy
this
is
money.
financial
Like
stability.
free gambling.
Yeah.
Risk-free
Right, buy
gambling. That's what
another
D&D is at this point.
I do love that every single D&D party always ends up with at least like one small business. Like the true fantasy is owning a small business without any risk.
And it being overly successful.
So,
But yeah,
just realised
you eventually all make your way back to the Chimera and plan on your next leg of the journey.
I will give Beros his hat before we walk back to the ship and go, I think we've earned this now. I will put mine on,
I'll put mine on.
and we'll walk back to the ship together with the hats on.
So
Does this
Beros-
mean you two are now getting married? Because you're both wearing matching hats.
Does that mean you guys
Yes.
have to get a divorce?
Are they like big bicorn hats, or are they more like the Marine Admiral cap situation?
I want the Marine Admiral.
So you've both got those very traditional black band, black peak, white kind of slightly slouch hat with a big emblem on the front, lots of gold.
Barrow will probably go with the other
The bicorn
the
style,
royal
the two
navy. Yeah.
the big long and then blaze out.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah, you eventually make your way back to your ship. Beros and Volgir in 2 big hats.
I'm assuming this means something successful happened, otherwise you two are just making a fashion statement.
We
I'm
may
not
or
a
may
very good one
not.
at that.
We may or may not have doubled our money.
Wait,
If you sold
Double-
everything to a prince from the Umphalos, that's a scam.
Oh shit.
No.
double dozen what we found or what we.
No, so we bought the ship
You already
to do
have
some
the
trading. Trading. No, this one's just to do some trading on our behalf. We invested our half in Volgir Incorporated. He had some cargo. I managed to find a really good deal, so we invested 12 million and made 24 million. Yes. So
Yes.
12
million profit.
Nice.
So, drinks on Barros and Volgir for the foreseeable future, I guess?
Well, it's fine with me.
I
If
can
only
live
we
with
had
that.
some very expensive and fancy wine that we could open.
Maybe we
Oh,
should have
we
bought
will.
that Moreau wine.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, we didn't win the bet, did we?
You should have bet higher.
I would like to drink a full bottle. Apparently, if you drink the full bottle, it gives you magical powers.
Something that is actually
Forgot what I was
in,
gonna say.
George's backstory is true.
What kind of magical powers?
You know?
No, I'm asking. Osiris is asking Atlas what kind of magical powers.
I don't know. No one's drank a full bottle in a while. It was just a kind of a myth passed down. I'm pretty sure you just end up with a
what
horrible
was the
hangover.
myth? What was the myth? That what was the last person that did it?
I don't know.
As he glares at Beros.
It's a thing. It's like because it's a blessing from the gods. So if you accept the gods' blessing back, you will gain the power of the gods.
Do you have to be following that god or just any gods? Or
As far as you wouldn't incinerate
I
the
don't
thing.
know the
Logical
science
please.
behind a family myth. The last one to drink a full bottle was my great-great-grandfather, and strangely enough, I never met the guy. He did live a long time, though.
Maybe that's the power.
Yes, I will point out we can buy the drinks, but we must go to the ATM first. We can't access this via Hollow shop.
would it be ATM or would it be? I'm trying to think of what ATM stands for.
Automated teller machine.
Technically, it's not. It's,
Yeah, it would.
It would still be
Automated
an M.
shit machine.
Well, teller just is like a bank teller. Somebody works at a
It could
bank.
still be an ATM.
A teller's just a bank clerk.
Automatic blank
Yeah.
clerk machine.
Somebody counts the money for you.
So.
I mean, I don't mind going to a bar and having a few drinks if we want to do that.
Yeah,
But not right now.
Why not right now? Celebrations.
Barely thrown up the last drinks.
It'll cure you.
I don't think Daze is fully. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm good. The coffee's,
Hair of the dog.
settled.
Or rabbit.
I think I have fur. I don't have hair. I have
Dogs
longer
have
bits of
fur
fur
or
on my
hair?
head that looks like hair, I guess, but fur.
Do dogs have fur or hair?
Depends on the dog. Technically, poodles have hair. Fur stops growing at a certain length, hair doesn't.
Are means hair or fur?
Don't look at me, I don't know.
But what kind of mane? Because a horse's mane, that's hair. A lion's mane, that's fur.
I feel like you broke Ryan.
This is both Ryan and Cyrus.
I know.
I'm actually genuinely thinking about this. So, bar?
Fine.
Yeah, sure.
Sounds like it.
But not that devil one again. Too much spice.
I agree.
Yes.
Not about the spice, but not. Well.
Yeah.
Sure, wherever. I don't mind. Let's just go get a drink. No curing me of it this time.
Fine.
I don't like the way you said fine. I don't like that. I'm nervous.
Oh, I'll not cure you.
Why does that sound like a threat? Why does I'll not cure you sound like a threat?
Astra, did you remember to feed your horse?
I'm just going to bring her with because it's an ASMR restaurant. She'll have to be able to eat something this time.
She'll only want to drink the very expensive nectar shit, which we can't afford, and you definitely can't afford it because you bought a horse.
Okay. What?
Oh shit, she's doing the okay thing.
Yeah, love that.
Guess you just have that effect on women.
Actually, that's the point. Cyrus, are you allowed to drink after last night?
Yes.
What do you mean,
I-
is
I-
he allowed?
Doggy will look, and just go. Just looking across the table at the other two. Go.
Look, if you get banned...
I will remind you that I am the oldest one here.
How old are you?
I'm 27. Well, apart from you, you
I'm about to say.
dwarven man.
That is
Yeah,
an adult
so, yeah.
man right there.
Technically, we
Yeah.
don't know how old Sunshine or Days is. And honestly, I don't know if Sunshine knows how old Sunshine is.
I don't think I could count up my fingers. Maybe my fingers and my toes. If I counted them twice. Are you asking my age?
Give us a ballpark figure.
That feels very rude to ask a lady her age.
Wait, who's asking this? Is this Sunshine or Diaz?
Well, this is the
Oh no,
Sunshine.
I wasn't asking Diaz. I'm asking Sunshine.
Oh, I don't know, like 30, maybe 40.
Okay, Sunshine is older than me.
Yeah.
Days, how old are you?
Doesn't really matter.
36.
I am not that old, thank you.
Worth a shot.
29.
Fuck. Diaz is older than I am.
Yeah, you can't play that card anymore. You're one of the youngest. I'm still younger than you, so you're going to die first.
I'm middle. I'm in the middle. I'm not one of the youngest. Thank you.
Middle-aged.
You know what you call
I'm not
something in the middle?
middle-aged.
Little piggy.
Well, that depends. When are you planning on dying? If you're planning
Well,
on
in our
dying at 40,
in our
then
line
you're,
of
like,
work,
past the
in
middle.
our line of work, I might be at the end of my tether, considering how the next couple of months might go. You never know. Illithid are still a thing.
Well, then you would have been middle-aged when you were like 10, like 12. I can't remember how old
Yeah,
you are.
so
I need to
I'm
check my
not-
book.
I'm 27. I just said that.
I wasn't paying attention.
To be fair, a doctor once said if I carried on eating the biscuits, I wouldn't see 30. I don't think I'm going to see 30 anyway, so...
Eros, knowing you, you're gonna live forever off of biscuits.
I'd say the biscuits are merging into your skeleton at this stage.
I'm just hoping one day I eat a really magical biscuit that turns me immortal, and so I tell myself this is the reason I ate biscuits.
I mean,
well,
I
why
wasn't
don't
supposed
we-
to make it out of the egg, so I think I'm doing pretty great.
Yes, we're all gonna die. Let's go get a drink and think about how we're all gonna die because we're all middle-aged or near the end of our life.
Eros, can I make a suggestion? You've got enough money. Let's go buy a couple bags of holding, fill them full of biscuits, and then you'll always have fresh biscuits.
They stay fresh in the bag?
I assume so. Well, I've never.
Didn't the biscuits in Atlas's little funny bag go off? Aren't they
Atlas has a
steel?
Atlas has a funny bag.
I have a refrigerator now. Just get the dough. We can make them fresh every morning.
Yeah, we'll do that. Or hire a
Whenever-
chef
when-
just to make you personal biscuits.
Whenever we get a new ship, we will hire a chef, and he will make me biscuits every day, and I will pay him double wage.
We could get some ship chickens, and then we could have fresh eggs.
I don't want eggs in my biscuits. Ugh.
I have some bad news about biscuits for you.
I'm not listening. La 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 la.
I don't think Barros understands how baking works.
No. Do you guys head back towards the Cultural Exchange Center?
Neither does Harry. I made biscuits the other day, and he was like, "You're not buying milk?" And I was like, "For what?"
Just a question. While we were looking for ships to buy, was there specifically any destroyers or galleons there?
When you were looking around, there wouldn't have been any destroyers, they're too big. There would have been a very small galleon,
Right. Okay.
but it looked a bit
Doing.
dinged up.
Was it? Right. Was it Draconid?
Yeah. Most ships here are
Right.
Draconid ships, because you were in Draconids.
Okay.
And at the same time, you're also like, the nice thing about Tevs is they don't tend to lose much value. They're not like cars, like, you know, where they get like run down and stuff, because they're quite well maintained. But you also could buy, you know, a brand new one custom made to your liking, as opposed to buying something that already exists, and then you have to kind of work around it.
I assume this station does not have the facilities for shipbuilding. We would have to find a station that had.
There are very specific
Specifically.
shipbuilding areas. Like, actually, like, there would be a ship station, and it would be like a huge shipyard, and all they would do would be make ships. So you'd need to find one of those, probably. And there's a couple of those. There's probably like, you know, a couple in each kind of different area of space. They're normally around like capital planets and stuff, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that Lazalil, who you met before, her company would produce Tevs, but probably back near Mond.
But if she gets back there, maybe we can get a good deal.
Dwarf ships are like Borg cubes, I think I said before.
Yeah, kind of boring. I think we should get a celestial ship because they're not at war with anyone. And it would stop that thing where it's like, oh, we're in the wrong place. Now people are
Celestials-
shooting at us.
Celestials don't make ships.
No?
That's why they send birdfolk with
Oh, yeah.
star marks.
I have a celestial ship.
Yeah.
Which I really need to get fixed. but
Devils
I
have
don't know-
ships.
Yeah, but I don't
Yeah,
want a
but we're not
meat ship.
buying from them. We're not going there.
Like, I wouldn't mind having a
They give me a
ship
good
made
deal.
I wouldn't mind having
No.
a ship made by devils if it wasn't made of, like, sinew and shit.
It's not.
They're made out of like bone and shit that's
Bone,
been plated in metal.
Mm.
Giant hand floating through space,
Yeah.
firing lasers from fingertips. And the deal they would probably want is, hey, give us that fucking runaway and we'll give you a ship.
Or
no!
just like a
Deal.
soul. Maybe like a soul. You know, we take a soul. You know, live your full life. Live your life to the fullest. When you're done, come back here and help us.
I don't
with
think
this
that's
war.
the deal they want.
No.
Listen, if it's a nice enough ship,
No.
Beros may consider it.
You don't speak for me! You might
Hey,
be my
if you-
captain, you don't speak for
Hey,
me!
if we buy it and you don't like it, we'll just use it. I like that as an idea. That we just go out buying ships. The rest of the group are just like, nah. We're just like, right, add it to the fleet. No, add it to the fleet. No, add it to the fleet.
But yeah, what would you guys like to do?
Celestial Bar, I think, is where we're going.
Yes, the United Celestial. So the bar in the center is like the one you did before. All the other things around are primarily restaurants, but they do have like a small like bar, like lounge area, kind of in the front that you can have a few drinks at if you'd like.
I've just realised. Are you trying to avoid getting off this
No.
space station, Ryan?
No, I just want to have a drink with my friends. This is a totally innocent venture.
Uh-huh.
Can't fly and drink at the same time, so you know, oh no, we'll have to stay here another day.
Hey, you've not seen me or Beros fly.
Barros, I believe.
Get drunk.
You don't get drunk. You're the only cog in my.
Exactly.
You're the only spanner in my plan.
So we leave tonight, yeah?
Have to knock out Volgir when we get back to the ship
So what is our next plan? Like, where are we going?
to get a drink.
I believe.
Visiting Astral Sun Planet, right?
I don't remember that. I must have missed the calendar date.
Cyrus,
What?
you made a promise.
You keep saying I made a promise. I don't remember making no promises.
Alice will lean in towards you and be like, life hack. You can break promises. They can't stop you.
I don't think I ever made a promise. I said I'll consider it, and she took that as a yes.
Also, even if you did make a promise, like, you're evil. You can break it. That's what evil people do, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
You can just
I
punch
don't
her in
know
the
how-
face.
Yeah,
You're
I
already
could
evil.
also. I could also do that. And
You're
stop
covered in
calling.
ghosts right now.
Yeah, I know I'm covered in ghosts. I can't get rid of the ghosts. But also, Barros said he would take her there, and I kind of, as you said, the ship is our house, and I can't just stay on the dragon planet.
Hey, you can.
I mean, I could,
Station.
but I don't want to stay. I don't want to stay here. I'm covered in ghosts.
Yeah. Spending the rest of your life covered in ghosts feels like a bad call.
I do like that. I could stay, but
I could stay, but I'm covered in ghosts.
So you're just gonna have a few drinks in the like.
Have a few drinks,
Bar
discuss
lunch.
our next steps.
Sweet. It's pretty well priced here. Like, you know, it's about, depending on how premium you want to go. There are, you know, fairly low end drinks and higher end drinks as well, like cocktails.
These
things like
guys are
that.
just made big. We want the premium shit.
Of course. The most premium item on our menu is the Astral Ambrosia.
Horse.
Is that the horse liquor?
That's the horse liquor.
Yes.
How much for how much for a bottle?
A bottle of that would be 1 million chits. It is
Buys
distilled
toad.
from the raw essence of Calum itself. Very distilled over centuries in aged and enchanted starlight-infused casks.
Cyrus, if you drink this, do you die?
I don't know.
Some say that
Vulgar,
even a
But
single
also,
sip
I know they
should-
say
some-
there's. I know they say that there's drinks that give you the taste of home. I don't know if I want to literally taste the planet. Like that doesn't sound appealing to me at all.
If you would like something a bit more easy to come by, we also offer Luminaria wine, which comes in around about the 5,000 chits for a bottle of wine.
No wine. No wine.
Did this waiter just call me cheap?
Well, my lord, you are
Work a
cheap.
little bit to yourself.
We also have
I
the
will
teas
take
as well.
I will take a bottle of your finest dwarven whiskey.
Of course.
Beros, will you join me?
No, I'm going to. We might as well celebrate. We'll buy a bottle of the unicorn piss.
He produces a bottle which is labeled Stoneheart Reserve Volgear. You would recognize it. This is a very premium dwarven whiskey. It is, and whenever he offers you, he says, "Would so like the full bottle?" It's 50,000 chits for the bottle.
Yeah.
Also, and he gives it to you. Gives you a glass to work away.
I will not call 50,000
Sure.
chits.
I'll take a glass for that if you don't mind splitting it, Vulgar.
Yeah, I will pour a glass, but I'll go, my lord, as I
want a
pour
shot
it.
of that
My lord,
unicorn
is that
piss.
enough whiskey for you?
Are you gonna sip it or are you gonna
My lord.
shot it?
Oh, I'm sipping.
Okay.
I'm assuming I would know.
So
Cyrus knocks that shit back when he
Cyrus
calls
throws
him
it
the
back.
Lord.
Cyrus, you gain resistance to cold damage for 10 minutes after consuming the full
Buy
shot.
10
We need a crate of
bottles!
this shit! We need a crate of this shit! This is great!
I was just like, I'll take the keg.
Because I have the ring of ice protection, does that mean that I am technically immune to ice at the
It
minute?
doesn't stack, but it would give
Damn
you
it.
that benefit if you were not already immune or not already resistant.
Damn.
But
Just
I will-
Cyrus chugging
knowing-
a bottle of whiskey before every battle. Like, Cyrus, no!
knowing the whiskey, is it meant to be shotted or is it meant to be
It
dripped
is meant
with?
to be sipped, but you know that yes, if
I
it's
will. As soon as I will ask the waiter for a second glass, and I will ask him for one that's cheap,
yep,
and
he'll
I will
just go
throw
for
it at Cyrus's head
Okay.
for shotting the whiskey.
I'm gonna catch it, because I have reflexes.
Okay,
Don't let it
After
go
a-
waste.
Asshole,
After
the
you've
booze.
just
a dexterity
shotted.
check,
The booze!
I guess.
Catch the booze!
I know it's empty. It's just an empty glass that I'm throwing at your head
I
for
would
shotting the booze.
like, Mary to fill a whiskey tumbler full of water and throw it over Ryan and see how much he can catch.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
Then I'll catch the glass.
What am I rolling
Those
to?
are
Am I rolling to contest him, or is he just rolling to see if he
We've
can
got a
I think a
catch him?
Plastic 20's
plastic beaker,
enough
I'll
to
throw one of
busy-
them.
20 is enough to prove that he's the reflexes to catch it before it hits him in the face.
Mm,
Beros, you
Usually-
buy a bottle of the Astral Ambrosia.
Mhm.
Alrighty, it is. I think it's I said 1 million chits, is it, for the bottle?
Mhm.
Yes, so you
Yes.
note that down. It comes out. It is a beautiful golden glass bottle. The liquid inside
is
seems to
gorgeous.
almost glow. And it either like shifts almost like on a prismatic hue, kind of almost like changing colors. He opens it up. and he pours a little small, kind of like almost like dessert wine style glasses for everyone.
Bailey's glasses.
Yeah.
I will finish me whiskey, and I will move on to
Bolgear Trading Co. Apparently.
The booger.
I believe that is the admirals that are Bolgear Co. And I will cheers.
I'm not
I go,
calling
I'm
you
not
an admiral.
cheers.
Cheers.
To going home, hopefully.
What?
To going home, hopefully.
Whatever she said.
Do we physically see Cyrus recoil?
Atlas will shot it, but will also keep an eye on Cyrus just in case he starts like melting or something.
Okay.
will sip it.
Once you finish the drink, you all gain the benefits of true sight up to 30 foot for 1 hour, allowing you to see into the ethereal plane and see invisibility. Luckily, nothing strange or startling appears from around you, but everything
This is
still
where we
get
reveal that we're all secretly dragons the whole time.
but you do get this
Yeah,
lovely
actually-
glowing experience.
Does anything get seen around the table?
Probably,
Well, like anything floating around Astra or Cyrus?
nothing strange or startling. You also all feel incredibly calm. You are also immune to the frightened and charmed conditions for
Does
1
it
hour.
get rid of Cyrus's ghosts?
No.
Did we bring the unicorn?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is he getting a glass of this? Is this not the stuff he wanted?
Yeah. He gets that as well.
Yeah.
And I would
Did he
like
just drink it
everyone
like it's a
to roll me
cup of
D6.
water?
Yeah, the unicorn just like
Okay.
slurps it up.
6.
6.
Are we all rolling?
Yep.
2.
2.
If the Tevin down times anything to go off, 2 is not good.
Barrett's got a 2 as well. Lovely. All of you, just a very nice, pleasant experience. Nothing strange or
Astra has a
startling.
bad trip, I guess.
Astra, as you sip it and as you kind of like, feel that like wave of inner peace wash over you, you hear whispering in your ear as if someone was right next to you. You just hear, Astra, is that you? And when you look, like Daze is kind of like not even near you. She's like chatting in the sunshine, like leaning away from you. And you're like looking over your shoulder, and there's no one there, even with this true sight glowing.
What?
And your question for what? Nothing replies.
You okay, Astra? You don't like your unicorn piss?
I know someone just talked to me.
Yeah,
Uh-oh,
Not you.
someone's getting drunk. Daze like boops you on the nose.
I don't know if it's alcohol or weird ASMR thing. Who are you?
I'm Daze.
ASMR thing.
Yeah, I am
didn't experience
Volgir.
anything.
That is Beros.
maybe
Do
you're
you
not
know where you
ASMR-y
are?
Iris,
enough.
and that is
'Cause
Atlas.
she's like celestial vibes, and you're like horny.
I'm still celestial vibes. I'm just born on a different island.
Yeah, maybe it's just the alcohol.
You're the wrong kind of celestial vibes.
Fuck off.
Well, yeah, you will have your drinks, chill out. What is the plan?
Okay, we gotta head back to the ship because I need to chart a course up to the Utopia Major, and I've never been there before. Well, not to this planet at least. So
We're going where?
Kill them.
Is that where it is?
We
I don't
have
know
to go
this-
there. We
I
don't
don't know
have to
this
go there,
place.
Barros, if you don't want to go, so we can go back to.
We're going, Cyrus.
No.
For God's sake.
well, we're not going
Iris.
anywhere if our navigator doesn't chart the damn course. Come on.
All right, let's get ready to leave.
You're not getting.
Oh, did we
Stop it.
figure out if the dragons came to a conclusion or they still arguing? Time works differently for them because immortal beings or whatever.
They,
I imagine
last
they're
you
probably
checked,
still
were
fighting.
debating.
They were still debating last time I left, but
We
You
could
know.
probably do a lap
Yeah.
of the Expanse, and they'd
I think
probably
we can
still
get
be
a
fighting.
message, Cyrus. It's okay. Stop stalling.
I'm not stalling. I'm just saying we could do a lap of the Expanse, and then we'd know because the dragons will be done by then, probably. Go in the shape of like a 6.
Right, let's go do it. Go to kill him.
Thank you, Barros.
Cyrus will order another bottle of whiskey. He's bringing it with him on the ship.
Yeah, the expensive one.
A little cheaper because Cyrus doesn't know the value of money as well as the others, so he's like, I have a lot of it. I don't want to spend all of it because I don't know.
Sure.
A
Then
nice
you
middle
will
range.
probably go for the
If Cyrus is buying another bottle, Volgir will buy another bottle of the Dwarvic shit before he leaves.
Then Cyrus, you probably get a bottle of the Ebb and Fire elixir, which is the similar one you had back in the Obsidian Veil. It's that kind of like cinnamon infused whiskey. It's a little bit cheaper. It's only about 5,000 shits a bottle.
Cool.
As opposed to
Add
the
very
50,000.
expensive whiskey to this. Very expensive.
It's called the Stoneheart Reserve, and drinking a shot of it, which is, for all intents and purposes, I'm going to say 1/10 of the bottle, grants resistance to cold for 10 minutes.
And shots.
It has 10 uses, in a sense, if you want to use it like that. Or
Grand.
just use it recreationally.
Some ice damage resistance. 50,000. Yes.
Yep. Alrighty.
Right. Let's get going.
You're plotting a course to Utopia Major, you get back to the Chimera, and begin to plot your course if you want to get a check from the navigator.
Lost track now. Who's navigating?
The bird.
Atlas.
Plot a course. Make a Wisdom Navigator's Tools check, please.
It was after there was a mass fight for the navigator.
easy.
tool.
It would be so easy to sabotage the engine, but I don't think I'm evil enough for that.
15.
Wait, evil enough.
Oh,
That means you're evil.
And I will
Don't hit the
need, as
player, hit the
you
game.
take off from Harmonfell Station, I'll need 2 D100 rolls.
Dibs the onboard.
Mary?
Oh, we're all fine.
No dwarven treasure ship.
No
Oh
dwarven
no,
treasure.
the power is failing. I have to turn this down.
There's my map. There it is. So the first system, as you star shift out of the Thalarian system, the first system as you enter the Celestial Reach is the Luthiel system. It is this vast, luminous sector of the Expanse, filled of radiant energies. It is visually stunning. Prismatic clouds in hue, depending on nearby activity and the actual cosmos itself. There are a few interesting places here. However, you do not have any solid information on the old celestial regions of space. So you don't have any, unlike what you have in Draconids space, where you had your identifiers and things like that. Unfortunately, you do not have that information with you here. So you're a little bit unsure of kind of what you see as you kind of come into this
Going in
new
blind.
place.
I'm assuming Astra and Cyrus probably would have traveled through this sector whenever they were trying to get to Tilm.
Yes, you would have done.
How did you get to Tilm? Because I was in a box. Similar to Astra, but Atlas, but my box was a little more spacious.
You did have breathe
look
holes.
at Mr. Moneybags here with his spacious box.
I'm a bigger person. I needed more room.
I got on a ship.
You just got on a ship.
Yeah.
Fuck you and your easy life.
Cyrus, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Do we need to talk?
No.
Another
That
let
sounds
me
like a
be
yes.
as you.
Cyrus takes a drink of his whiskey.
All right. Round about the end of this kind of day of travel, all of you kind of feel this weird sensation. You all see a shared image that you will identify. You see like what seems to be a twisting kind of like spray of sea foam, perhaps, on a rock. Kind of like, and you like blink a few times and shake your head. It kind of like leaves as quickly as it came.
Seafoam in space.
Yeah.
That's not ominous. Looks at Astra.
Maybe
What are
it's
you
just
looking at me for?
space foam.
As you all,
Could be a thing.
as Serpana does a little scan of the sector you're in as well, she is able to identify there's some kind of non-naturally formed structure, which is actually like maybe similar to like a satellite, she thinks, like floating along in orbit of the main sun. There is also a secondary structure, slightly smaller and a similar kind of style. There is a planet which looks potentially like it could be hold life, and there is also a strange dead space that she also can't gleam anything from. It's almost like looking directly into like a bright light, like a kind of blinding sensation. It kind of like overloads the sensor, so she can't identify what's actually there. If you would like to go to any of them, or you could simply wait out your travel.
That planet might have life on it. You guys want to go do some trades? Could stop off, do some trading. You like trading, right?
Well, we've not got anything to trade, so
You can buy something. You can
Cyrus.
buy something and then sell it the next
Cyrus.
trading place. But
We need to talk.
no, we don't.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't. I'm trying to be helpful. We got some time. Let's do some trades.
Cyrus,
What?
we need to talk. She shuffles
Fine.
towards the engine room.
Don't go into my room. Oh,
It's not your room, it's the engine room.
You
It's
guys
the
want
room
some biscuits for your talk? Maybe a glass of milk?
would you like some whiskey?
I've got
Probably.
whiskey.
You guys need me to
Okay.
leave the engine room.
Please, Fit. That'd be good.
Okay.
I mean, you,
Come with us.
Get
You got
yourself
some
a-
whiskey.
why,
Get yourself
why,
a coffee.
why don't you go into the captain's quarters? My room's been cleaned. It's nice and quiet. You can lock the door if you need to. Means that Fitz doesn't have to stop working.
I thought you were
Okay.
saying I could go in the captain's quarters, but you know, I guess I will say
I
yeah.
mean, you can after this talk.
Yay!
Tyler just like stands in the doorway for a little bit, and he's like,
Come on.
goes into the captain's quarter, closes the door.
Okay. I know, well, I think everyone and half of the Draconic Concordat knows you don't want to go here. I know we're dragging you, but I want you to experience the Calum I did.
Yeah, well, maybe I don't want anyone to experience the Killam that I did.
I'm not saying we're going to experience your one. I said I'd like you to experience and have a better experience of what Calum could be. It's our home planet for ASMR. Planet, not just one island, the whole.
Honestly, this ship has probably been more of a home to me than that planet, so forgive me if I'm not jumping for joy to go back. Y'all want to go? Fine. I won't hinder you anymore. But if I don't want to leave the ship when we get there, don't make me leave the ship.
I won't. But I think it might help you. With some inner stuff that I don't want to pry.
You're sweet. It's hard to believe we grew up on the same planet.
Same planet, different island. I want to experience the other islands. I never experienced how. I only saw an apple and a pavel. I want to see Gleam. I want to see the rest.
No, you don't.
Not all of them. I know not all of them, but I at least want to know where I came from. I don't know if you're fully feud or whatever, but sure, there's some part of Calum that strikes you, resonates a bit more than the ghosts.
I would only have one reason to go back to Kaelin, and she's dead. There is nothing for me on that planet. I will go for your sake, and because the others want to. But that is the only reason.
Maybe we can find something to help Saparna there too. We don't. There's more than just me. But I do appreciate it, Cyrus.
I'll try not to bitch as much. And then he hits the door, opens, and goes back to the engine room.
Barros, I need a cookie.
If a cookie comes flying through the door and hits you in the head.
Atlas was ready! He was ready with that cookie!
Atlas is like writing in her book and just like tilts to one side as it goes past, like so prepared.
I mean, I would throw the
Next
whiskey,
time when
but
you guys are having a discussion, could you talk a little louder? Because I only got like half of that.
You
need some whiskey.
You just hear a grunt and a whiskey bottle opening from the engine room.
Saparna,
that's
what's
him
the
still.
chances there's shards on Calum?
Potentially quite high. I haven't noticed anything on the way here, but I've been keeping a scan up.
Okay.
Alright, Fizz, now that they're done with the captain's room, you've got your turn.
Hey! I'm gonna go jump on the bed.
I was about to say he's gonna jump on the bed.
He does just that. Are you guys just
I
going
love the idea of there being a camera in there and it's like really intense discussion. And then like 10 seconds later it's just Biz running in like, yay!
all sunshine and rainbows? But yeah, are you going to just linger in the Expanse and just wait and jump the second you're able to? Or do you want to go investigate any of these strange things that you've detected?
I would recommend not going to the dead space, because that seems ominous. Bright light, dead space.
Seems safe to me.
Make a history check if you want, Cyrus. See if you know anything about that.
You got Astra?
You can do it as well. You're from this area.
Oh.
Nice.
Bless you.
11.
Nothing super comes to light.
13. Not much better.
Actually, you know that there's definitely things in celestial space which are like, you know,
That's so. There are things out there.
there are things
I know about things.
that are normally built, you know, for people to normally not go towards. The first thing that comes to your mind is something called the Evervault, which is a celestial containment facility. However, its exact location isn't known, but it is known that it's like something where it's never supposed to be found. That's the only thing you could think that something like that could be, or could just be.
It's Alcatraz, if Alcatraz was also El Dorado.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be fine, don't go there.
Maybe just not go near there.
I mean, the We could head to the gilded market of Lufara.
Okay. if
Sure,
you
but
want.
whenever I suggest it, everybody says, Cyrus, you've got a problem.
Yep, Lothara is a planet.
But you do have a problem.
I know I have a problem. Drinks another shot of whiskey.
Asher passes a glass of milk at the same time.
It's probably the safest place for us to just hang out.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, hanging out in space, there's always the risk of, space demons, jellyfish, all those
Yeah.
things.
We've had enough of that in the past 48 hours.
Chances of that is only going up as we get closer to where we're going. Just saying.
Eh.
I'm just saying!
I managed to solo the first one easy enough.
You trying to scare us off here, Cyrus?
No.
Oh, good.
Enlighten, maybe. If you get scared as a side effect, that's probably a good reaction to have.
Are you going to plot a course down to the planet of Lothara, the one that's seen that could hold life?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
You travel on down, a few more scans from Serpana, and eventually you do come across a concentrated, large settlement, which as you do get closer, you see there is a variety of vessels here, primarily Draconid vessels again in this region. However, there are a few strange, like celestial stands and constructs here as well. It is some kind of celestial colony, it seems, and they have quite a big central hub in the middle.
We can fly down if people want. It seems pretty okay.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
I'm okay with it.
No infernal war or demons or devils.
No, I actually didn't hear what you said.
I said
Not
I'm
yet.
okay with it.
Sure. Why not?
Okay, you guys touch down. Chimera lands. As you, if you so choose to leave the Chimera, you would see that the settlement here, it has these huge floating platforms. The actual markets themselves are actually floating off the ground in areas. They're all kind of levitating above the ground. Some of them are actually on the normal planet surface as well, but a lot of it is just hovering above. There are ruins of protection that kind of form this ring around the actual settlement itself. You probably the land just outside of it. There's not much space for a ship of your size just down there. But yeah, as you kind of land, it doesn't take long for a few appear to be Aasimar begin making their way towards your ship. They are of a real eclectic mix. You see one, all Aasimar are all humanoid. They look almost like humans initially. However, each of their features are kind of blessed and altered by their deity. One of them, as they get closer to you, they appear to have the markings of almost like feathers, all around their eyebrows and around their eyes as well. Another one alongside them has eyes like that of a lizard, those green with slits in them. And
When you say eyes like a lizard, and my brain is immediately like chameleon.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. Another one stands at half the height of the other two, and they all kind of move their way over towards your vessel and stand on the other side of the floating symbols. Beyond them, you see there are city walls and sides of buildings, things like that. Plastered across a huge billboard-esque thing, there is this devilish figure. They have a beautiful, very attractive visage. They have a little goatee-style beard, which curls to a point. They have deep ruby red skin, and they have horns that are very this grandiose, kind of like rolling back like a ram's horns and tumbling and curling around their shoulders. Which Cyrus, you recognize this to be a depiction of Lorien. Their arm is outstretched, pointing towards the canvas, as it were, whoever painted or drew this originally. And it says in Celestial, "Your Expanse needs you. Join the fight. Speak to your local tiefling representative of the day."
Cyrus throws up a little in his mouth.
The Celestials who approach, the Asimar kind of approach, and they call out, "Welcome to Luthra. Strangers, it seems." The one with the bird figures, kind of like says.
Do you two want to take the lead on this, or?
Do you really want me talking to people?
Hi, my name's Astra. This is our captain, Barry Lightshoe, and yeah.
Hello.
We're just passing through. We're traders.
Well, you should know that all trades here are protected by divine celestial law. What is it you were planning on selling or buying?
Astra's supposed to be.
We're just in the market. We currently don't have any.
What does celestial law mean?
Was this some tariffs that we need to be aware of?
Do I know what celestial law is, considering my
history check.
upbringing?
Do
Is
I
that
know
true?
what celestial law
Hey,
is?
anyone from this region can make a history check?
8. I don't think I know.
You have no idea.
Didn't really deal with trade.
I was about to say that
Nat
explains
20,
your sense of
22.
money.
I know all about
got
celestial
22
law.
as well.
I've
You
got
both
a
know.
fucking
You grew up in a
celestial
celestial
law
law
degree.
family.
So,
Go on.
celestial law is specifically, it is entirely, at its core, it is
I love the
about,
idea of Atlas and Astra being like, "Oh yeah, I know that." So I was like, "There's a law."
it is about balance, and it is about, basically openness. There is no such thing as a favorable or unfavorable trade. Everything in the celestial regions, if it is by celestial law, sells at a flat rate of 100 and buys for a flat rate of 100%.
Communism.
That's not even a little bit what communism is, but good try.
Maybe we could buy. But I don't think we get a very good deal.
I feel uncomfortable here, right?
Bartering. Bartering doesn't exist here.
This with the shivers.
Volga's shuffling in his seat a bit.
And now you know why Moreau Wine left the celestial reaches.
We currently don't have any stock to trade, but we are simply viewing the market. We're new to the region.
Of course, one of you. Well, you're more than welcome. And we gesture, and the you feel all of you a little strange tingling feeling. And yeah, you see the runes begin to dance and part in a way that would allow you to pass through.
Yeah, I'm getting the shivers as well, Barros. I don't like this place either.
But how does anyone make money?
What is there to
Yeah.
make?
They
How do they live?
do through honest means, and they're not trying to get rich. They're just trying to get by.
What a
The
boring
owl is
life.
correct.
But so you
That's right.
nobody's rich.
I had to recite this thing every morning till my dad knew that I was learning the laws correctly.
I had to write it out a lot.
Wait,
Is that how you avoid the laws?
Atlas, how did you make money? Did you just have to sell it anywhere but celestial space?
Sell it in celestial space for what they claim it's worth, and then you ship it out and pay more.
Oh,
Technically, you could make money that way because you sell the crap stuff for the set flat amount, and then you sell the expensive stuff for what it's truly worth.
It's wait, did he say
That's a
flat
loophole.
amount of what it's worth anyway?
So there's no. It's 100% each way.
Yeah, so basically it's still If it's a shit batch, it's still worth shit. If it's a good batch, it's worth more.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's
but
not
you're
like
gonna
pure
make money
communism,
on
which is this loaf of bread that's moldy is 100 chits. This loaf of bread that's just freshly out the oven is 100 chits.
No, it's basically there is just no such thing as bartering. Effectively, it is everything is sold at its honest, what its actual true value would be. And you are.
So you
Or
wouldn't
else I
have-
don't like it here.
You
Can we
wouldn't have
leave?
made 2 million chits on that bottle, or
2 million.
two.
What bottle?
100,000.
I don't know what bottle you're on about.
This is what I'm saying. This is Ryan trying to explain the law.
No, we wouldn't have made
But
any money
also,
on that bloody trade that
there
we
are
made 12
only-
million on.
Not all areas are protected with this runic thing.
For example, Squaw is a little bit of a no man's
Squaw
land.
is not. It is
For
normally only like
example, on
celestial.
Squaw, it is completely legal to kill a man, rob him, and then sell his shit. I think.
Yet you're not allowed to take the bones of the mutated bodies to make weapons.
Well, that's not a law. That's you're traveling with an owlin who said no.
Well, at least I know I won't get scammed. I'm off to see if I can buy some new armor.
I'm gonna buy Sunshine a Sudoku book I forgot in Harmony.
I don't think I need anything.
Sorry, I just hear Sunshine goes like, it's all celestial, I can't read it, but it's all numbers.
One of these strange celestial runes you presented me with. That's a 9, Sunshine.
It's just the fucking Scooby-Doo movie where it's like, what are these strange markings? Turns it right side up. Words. How much is a Sudoku
And then
book?
all you would hear is
20 chits.
I'm even more confused now.
Why?
No, that's what you'd hear off Sunshine as you turn
Turns
his
it
book
right
upside
side
down.
up, and he's like,
I thought Volgear was confused.
No.
So you're looking
You
for
just
armor?
Confused at the trade rates.
Eros, you looking for armor?
Yeah. I know a little while ago, kind of, Barris came across some like some high-end like tech armor.
Yeah.
So he's looking for something that can give him a little bit of a boost to his AC, but also could potentially turn it into a Expanse suit on kind of at will.
Okay. Let's see here.
You're basically looking for Iron Man nanotech armor.
Not really an Iron Man, but more like,
I was thinking more Guardians of the Galaxy.
yeah, like something that can like a bubble forms around like the head.
His head.
At the press of a button.
Yeah, to be fair, I would take one of them quite happily.
Like Mass Effect.
I will.
Armor,
if
but the
there are-
helmet can.
Yeah,
if there
but
are
like something
shares
that
where he's
can,
going, I will join him.
But I need a little boost to my AC because I'm a squishy boy.
What are you currently wearing?
Just leather.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, studded leather would be a very easy thing for you to acquire straight away.
That's what I've got.
If you wanted to get some kind of like something to ward you against the cold reaches of the Expanse, you would need to get studded leather with cold resistance applied to it, which would be about 6,000 gold pieces normally. You could then simply just buy an Expanse helmet and like bring it with you if you wanted, which basically they're normally priced around 1,000 gold pieces. It wouldn't impact your armor score wearing that at all. It just means you'd have to have it also on to basically gain its benefits as an action to don or doff a helmet in that manner. But
Should
the,
should we pick up some extra Expanse suits because?
Yeah, I was about to say. I
we've
just
only got
realized
2
we
on the
spent.
ship.
I realized the first time we got this ship, there was 2 Expanse suits, and we all went, "How are we going to make this much money? Enough money to buy more Expanse suits?"
very easily.
I think we were all thinking of your last campaign, which is every gold coin was like rare occurrence until
Like gold dust. Literally.
yeah, and until a treasure chest came along, and it was like, "Hey, you get 100,000 platinum." Or 1,000 platinum.
What would just an expanse suit be?
Just a regular Expanse suit normally comes around 6,000 gold. It basically is just a item of clothing that gives you resistance to cold damage when you wear it. Thus meaning you don't have to make checks to resist the extreme cold stuff. So if you, because of your ring, Cyrus, or your resistance ring, it effectively gives you the same benefit. You wouldn't need to make checks in the Expanse.
So I just need a helmet.
Yeah, something to help you breathe.
How much would it be for me to get my scale mail armor? What with the protection so that I can be in the Expanse, as well as removal of my stealth disadvantage.
Would that not just be like breastplate armor?
Yeah, but I mean like magically because I like the AC.
I think breastplate is the same AC.
What's breastplate?
I'll tell you now.
14 plus dex modifier plus max 2.
Without that?
Without disadvantage. It's a little heavier though.
Yeah, the breastplate is 14 plus dex to a maximum of a 2 bonus. So the highest breastplate you get up to is a 16, but doesn't impose disadvantage on stealth checks.
Whereas I currently get a 14 plus whatever I get.
Are you
Plus
wearing
whatever my dex mod.
what are you wearing?
I'm wearing scale.
Scale mail also caps at 2.
So why am I wearing 2 and I get an armor class of 18?
Have you got a shield?
You got a
No. 1 plus 1 AC when you're wearing light, medium, or heavy armor. That would help.
So that'll be that will push you to a 17.
And then your AC. Oh, because I'm wearing medium armor master,
Yeah,
I can wear medium master. My AC is +3, and then I get a +1.
That's what it is.
So it's +4.
Yeah.
So would that be affected by the?
Basically, you would have the same AC if you had the plate mail instead. However, you would no longer be at disadvantage for stealth checks.
I will switch to breastplate then and see if I can have something that can allow me to go in the Expanse.
Sure. The breastplate is
see
pretty
what that costs
expensive.
This would be why I went for the scale mail, isn't it?
Scale mail's
gold.
50 gold pieces. A breastplate's 400 gold pieces.
Yeah, that's why I went for it.
Yeah.
How much was the helmet?
An Expanse helmet was 1,000 gold, or
100,000.
chits.
Astra.
And you said it was 6,000 gold if it was for the.
Yeah. It's
Does that allow me
just
to
an
go in the
armor
Expanse?
yes, effectively all it is an armor of resistance, which basically grants resistance to cold damage. The good thing about the Expanse suit is it doesn't require attunement. However, it doesn't give you any AC bonus. The armor of resistance, like what Barros went for, it does require attunement. So to have both the AC bonus and the cold resistance, you need to attune to it. Otherwise, you can wear an Expanse suit and it doesn't give you any armor bonus, but then the upside is it doesn't require attunement to use.
Right. So I'll buy the plate. So what is it? Is it breastplate?
Breastplate
Plate.
is 400 gold. Just basic. If you want to have it with the cold resistance like on there, it would be an extra 6,000. So it'd be 6,400 with that. And then it would also require attunement.
Yeah, I'll leave that for the moment because I've not got enough attunement slots.
Yeah, it just means if
I
you
will
want to wear
sell my
a,
scale mail at the same time.
yeah, it just means if you want to wear an Expanse suit, you have to take off your armor to basically put the Expanse suit on. That's why it's a bit of a downside.
How much is that then? It's 350, is it, left over? If I'm selling the scale mail.
Yep, because you're selling your used items that they'll sell you at the I mean, your scale mail's in fine condition. It's not like it's been damaged too badly, so yeah, they would still give you a fair
So
price for it.
35,000 chits.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it would be 7,000 chits for the studded leather plus helmet.
Yes. Because it would actually be 7 plus an extra, I think it's 45 gold for the, you also pay the cost of the armor as well, normally.
Right. Okay.
in addition. If you want to have the studded leather be cold resistance, or you just gonna go for the
I'll get it with the cold resistance.
yes, so it'll be an extra 45 gold pieces then for that,
So
which is not much.
12,500.
It would be five. So it would normally be 60,000. Sorry, it'd normally be. If you're looking at chit value, it would normally be 604,500 chits to buy that armor. 6,000 gold pieces, which is
Okay.
600,000 chits.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then if you're selling your stuff, the good thing is if you're selling it, they'll buy it at the normal price.
Okay, sweet. So, what would be the total cost of the studded level with the resistance and the expanse helmet?
And the helmet. So without selling anything, it would be 704,500 chits.
Cool. I only have basic level, so it's like 10 gold
Yeah,
pieces.
so you just get like 10 gold pieces back, which is 100 chits. Or sorry, 1,000 chits.
Okay, so 703,000.
Or
That's fine.
Can I try and find a longbow?
Okay, I'll buy that.
yeah, you can find a longbow easy enough.
But a +1 longbow.
Okay, make an investigation check.
I had a feeling that was coming. That's an 8 plus a 10. It's an 18.
18. Yeah, you found a +1 longbow. It is
Actually,
105,000 chits.
105,000 chips. What about +2? If I find a +2, do I need to reroll for
That's
that?
an 18. You can find that as well.
Okay.
That would be 405,000.
I will buy the +2.
Sweet.
Do I need? I don't need to attune to that, do I?
No, doesn't
I
have any
will
benefits.
I'm going to unequip it, and I'm just going to put it in my back and like move it to a bag of holding.
Right.
My regular one, just in case I need it.
Never know.
No, sorry.
Anyone else looking for anything in particular, or?
I think Cyrus? Ash is going to pick up the helmet as
Yep.
well.
That'd be it'd be every 1,000 gold pieces, or 100,000 chits.
Yep.
And again, they're an action to don or doff. They're in the thing. It's just Expanse helmet. They actually are in the D&D Beyond. Righty. It seems like that is
Expanse helmet.
everything. God.
I might be interested in picking up some new weapons.
Yeah.
Did you say that there wasn't really kind of any +2 weapons?
No. If you want to make an investigation check and tell what kind of weapon you're looking for, I'll let you know if you find one.
Cool.
I'm just imagining this full time that Cyrus is just trailing after everyone like a teenager who's been dragged out on a family outing.
He hates it here.
Could I look for a pair of +1 or +2 short swords?
Sure. Make me a investigation check.
Cyrus is also looking for javelins. He doesn't have any. He threw his last one ages ago.
Just regular javelins.
None
find
at
I
20.
believe those ones were used
Oh, dude,
killing my assassin.
That's a shout. Is there anyone selling repeating javelins?
Or ones that return back to you.
The returning javelin.
I hear
I
stick
think
and
that's a
stabber coming back.
boomerang, man. We're talking that's how boomerangs were invented. A man threw a javelin and was like, I wish this thing came back to me.
I like how we're just doing a shopping trip session.
Shopping episode.
Should we just buy another ship?
This at all.
No, I didn't plan this at all. It's a happy coincidence, I swear.
Anthony, should we just buy another ship now? As to complete the shopping trip.
I mean, as much as Astra's against it, I feel like Mary's for it after I send that picture into chat of her backstory up on the... He's like, what if we just put this off a little longer and gave Harry more time to plan my traumatic entry?
Barros, for the cost of... You're looking for short swords?
Yes. Got a non-nat 20.
Yeah. So for the cost of, that's going to be 802,000 shits, you can find 2 + 2 short swords.
I'll buy them.
Lovely. Cyrus, plenty of regular javelins, nothing that seems to have a magical teleport back property, unfortunately. But they are 5 silver pieces each.
I'll take a few.
The vendor does tell you, Cyrus, that the price of one of those like blink back ones, he's like, you know, they are normally around the several thousand mark in gold. You would need to throw hundreds of these regular javelins to even make it worthwhile, and then also be able to not reclaim them.
That is a fair point. Thank you.
You're very welcome. I just want to make sure you're making the best decision for yourself.
Did you say 5 silver each?
5 silver each. They weigh 2 pounds.
Get a bag of holding.
Who needs blink
Cyrus
back
buys
javelins?
6 of them.
I figure he's 60.
No, 6.
Alrighty. You are all shopping all completed?
Mhm.
Alrighty. Head back to the ship and
Unless
on your way.
Volga wants to actually look for another ship.
No, I'm just thinking of. I thought I might want something else. Just debating.
No, yeah, while we're in the market, why don't you look for another ship, Volger?
Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me, Cyrus.
I'm the devil on your shoulder. Mwahaha.
Right. Well, what Volgir will then do is he will grab Barros, he will grab Cyrus and go, Barros, I think Cyrus wants a tour of all the ships, understanding how they're built and everything about them and how we can profit from trade. And we'll tempt Cyrus as well.
No, I did not sign on for this. I did not sign on for this.
You want to invest in Bulgaria Incorporated?
Yeah. We take him to a bar.
Giggling at that.
We take him to a bar after going around all the ships in the place, explaining each ship, its crew capacity, its cargo capacity, and everything. We take him to a bar,
head is like
and then
swimming before he even sets foot in the bar. So much numbers, so many people.
and then we sit him down in the bar. We get a private booth in the back. We pull the curtains, and we give him a sales pitch, investing in Volgir Go.
How much would I have to give you to shut you both up?
If Astra hears this and walks by,
A £3 million shit investment.
Done.
We made 3 million!
Hey!
What are you doing, Astra?
no, it's just gonna say if she hears that, sit long enough on the fence, Sarah, she gets splinters in the form of
Or a fence
Sealed
goes up your
tactics.
ass.
Nine.
How
Dude.
big's your
I have
ass?
I now have 9 million, and I'm buying several bottles of whiskey.
Sure.
Volgir will pocket the 3 million and just hold it to one side for the moment, not putting it in the company.
Grand.
He will ask Cyrus later when Cyrus is less boggled.
Sarah's that whiskey.
But he will go Volgir. But Barros, it worked. We need to do that more often. We'll get more money.
That whiskey is
Did you see any ships that were worth buying?
The whiskey's gonna help me deal with the situation.
No, but
Okay, can I roll to see if we saw any ships that were worth buying?
Sure, make an investigation check.
Natural 19, so 29.
I mean, kind of the size you're looking for. Like I said, there's not many much ships larger than the Chimera here. They all seem to be a more cutter class kind of size. It's all Draconid in form again.
Is there a nice fighter?
Ooh, what's the total roll?
29.
There is a like really like thin like Draconid like little fighter. Yeah, that is there. It is probably similar to kind of like comparison of if like these previously flew like an F-14, this is like a MiG. Like very like, you know, similar in size and like, you know, rough design, but there are clear differences and things like that. Whereas the Cottontail had one central engine, this has like two, like, you know, they're a little bit like more bulky, but it's like longer and like
This is like an A10 Warthog kind of thing.
Not even like quite like the A10. It's more like comes to a very sharp. All draconic stuff is a very sharp,
it's just a
angular,
triangle.
like, yeah, like almost like triangular.
I just look at Barrows and go, I've got an idea. Are you with me?
Sure, for the right price.
Well, what's the price?
Are you asking me what the price is?
Yes. I don't think these things are very expensive.
Fighters on
How much would a crate of 6 whiskey cost, Cyrus? Standard whiskey, nothing special.
Just like a case of whiskey?
a case of whiskey.
Are you going like cheap shit or like?
Yeah.
Okay, if you're going cheap shit,
Not-
like 6,000 chits for a case.
That's not bad. That's 60 gold.
Yeah, he'll do that.
Fighter of this kind of style, you think would probably set you back around. Yeah, so it would set you back probably around about 500,000 chits, so 500,000.
Fuck it. Yeah. I'll buy that myself. I'll buy that myself unless Barros is happy to split.
I can split.
Well, that just been out the company. Yeah, I'll buy it and I'll get him to deliver it.
Sure.
On the way back, I will get a card in the shape of the ship, if I can find one. If not, I will pay someone to quickly do one very quickly.
A card like that shape,
Yeah, or something along that lines, or
like
something
a
like that.
greetings card or like a business card.
Yeah, no, like a greeting card,
Okay,
like a happy birthday card kind
You
of thing.
find an
we
old.
bought you a ship.
You find like an old like Festivus tree card on one of the shelves. You see the bit of like, you know, color on there to make it look the right colors. And there you end up with this Draconid style ship card.
I'm assuming eventually one of us can pilot it, either me or Barros if need be.
I mean, yeah, one of your barrels could pilot it right now if you needed it. It was just there's a slight learning curve in the form of you don't speak. Well, you do speak Draconic, so it's a bit easier for you.
Yeah. Yeah, and then that'll be it. And then I'll just wait for us to get back to the ship. And as soon as we get back to the ship, Olga will disappear into the ship before anyone else. Are we out on our own? Are you with
I
Dave?
assume you guys are out and about on your own at this point.
Right, no worries.
Cyrus comes back to the ship carrying a case of whiskey, and he just goes straight to the engine room.
Someone better get a laceration ready.
I did it last time. You can.
I'll do it this time.
I'm locking the door. You can't come in here. You're not allowed.
Override that lot.
No.
Cyrus does not want me to override the lock. I feel like that it goes against many things. Doesn't just override that.
Thank you, Saparna.
Just like monitor it and make sure he doesn't pass out. If he passes
what I
out,
was-
override the lock so we can at least like
Yeah.
roll him on his
I mean,
side.
if we're really stuck, I can just make myself smaller and climb through the vent.
He's also got a lot of flammable liquid in the engine room.
Yes. Be careful of that. Can you keep fire suppression on standby, please?
I could activate it every half an hour just to ensure that it is constantly suppressed.
Yes, please.
Settle.
Would that hurt Cyrus?
I do not know.
Oh well, we'll find out. We'll find out in half an hour. As soon as we get in, I'll look for Daze. If Daze is in a common room or something, I will pop in her room quickly. I will write in the card.
Yeah.
Enjoy your new temporary fighter. Love the crew, and especially Astra. And I'll put a little love heart, and I'll put it on her bed.
Okay.
And then I'll run away. Without her.
Flying ships and also making ships. Vulgar, you devil.
He's all about ships. He's not picky about the type.
Relationships. Tev ships.
Friendships.
Aw.
But yeah, you all have a pretty eventful day at the trading area. Eventually bed down for the night.
I
Rest
would
up.
like to knock on Sulky McSulk's Sulk Palace.
Okay.
Who is it?
Astra's giving up.
Atlas.
What do you want?
Well, I was hoping you hadn't finished all the whiskey yet.
No, there's some left.
You.
Door opens. He's got through like half a bottle.
She'll step through and close the door behind her. So are you an abandoner or what?
I'm sorry, what?
You know, when you're like fighting and then you run away and you're not supposed to. Like in war, like you abandon the war and then that's illegal. That's a thing,
Well,
right?
that's a thing, and that's a very random question. Why are you asking me?
Well, you're really against going anywhere back there. And I figured it's probably just not like bad memories keeping you away, because we face horrible shit every day. You can probably deal with some bad memories. So I was thinking maybe if you were an abandoner and you had like left the war when you weren't supposed to, you were worried you're gonna get arrested.
That might not be too far from the truth.
You know we wouldn't leave you behind, right, Cyrus? Not for anything.
You do know Barrow said he'd trade me or my soul for a ship, right?
Yeah, but that's the same Barrows though when you, me, and Astra got thrown in prison, and he could have just, you know, flown away scot-free. He didn't. They were legal to be on the Umphalos, and they hadn't been arrested. They could have just got the fuck out of Dodge and left us behind, and they didn't. And when
I
my
think
parents
Barrows was
tried
the
to lock
reason
me
we
in,
got thrown.
when my parents tried to lock me in my room and get you guys to leave, you could have just left, and you didn't. Look, I'm not saying that we're good people or morally correct people, but we're pretty loyal to each other. We don't just ditch each other, so you don't need to worry that we're gonna, you know, go near your home planet and throw you to the first devil who tries to arrest you, if that's what you're worried about.
I think it's more if that came to the
You're
fit.
so far away.
I think
What has
If it-
happened?
You sound like you're on the other side of the room and Mary's mic is picking you up.
what happened? I didn't do anything.
Have you unplugged it? Unplug it and plug it back in.
Does that? I've got mine unmuted. Does that help?
So
No.
yours is fine, Mary. He just sounds like he's fucking underwater.
He sounds like he suddenly dipped his entire PC in
Cyrus, you're
fucking the
blacking
bath.
out.
I didn't.
It
I
worked.
didn't do anything. Is it fixed?
Yeah, it's fixed.
Yeah,
My foot might have
You-
hit the cable.
I think you pulled out the cable with something.
I think my foot grazed the cable. It's not so much that I think you would abandon me, but I think if the situation rose and certain people or persons came to collect me, I don't think any of you could stop them.
We don't stop anything, Cyrus. We just fly out of there like the cowards we are. Every single time. Squid got off the planet. Dragons got off the planet. We'd throw you in the cargo hold, we'd yeet ourselves out of that sector, and they would be chasing us the whole way. Like I said, we're not good people, but we're good at keeping our people around. You're stuck on this ship until you want off.
I like this ship. And I most of the time like the people on it. I spent so long of my life doing what people told me that I really don't like doing what I don't want to do. I'm doing it because little Astra wants to go home and deliver the fucking horse. I don't have to like it, but I'm doing it. I'm trying to be creative with not doing it, but we're still fucking going. So, hey, if you have to go where you don't want to go, at least you can go drunk.
Okay,
There
but
are
try
like
not
two
to
of you
destroy
right
your
now.
liver before we get there. Trust
I
me,
can try.
cybernetic body parts are no fun.
Hey, you can hold your breath now and not die, so that's good.
If I stop concentrating on my lungs, I immediately start suffocating.
That sucks.
You're allowed to hate her a little bit, you know. I know we're not supposed to because she's so good, but sometimes you're
She's
allowed
so
to.
nice.
Yeah.
She's just so fucking nice. It's hard to see. It's like, ugh.
He's a unicorn. Or chimeras. That's how it is.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Astra for a second. Yeah,
I
the
am.
unicorn too. Fucking unicorn.
I am. She's
Oh.
a unicorn, and we're chimeras. You see it in people sometimes. I know you do. You see that moment where you look at them and your eyes meet, and you see that 1 second of disgust, horror, trepidation. I've never quite managed to identify it. It's the second where they steel themselves, where they realize that you are something other, something that they do not understand or recognize, and they have to think before their next word. Astra's never had that. People look at her and they see something soft and sweet and celestial. They see the unicorn. People look at people like you and me and they see something monstrous even for a second, just before they get to know us, just before we speak. And it wears you down. And it's hard to hate the unicorns of the world because they are so nice and so kind. But I think some of the reason that they're so nice and so kind is because they've never had to look at that look in people's eyes before.
Cyrus holds up the whiskey bottle to Atlas as if to go, "You're speaking my wavelength. Take a drink because you need it as well."
Atlas will take the bottle.
Take the ball, sure.
I just feel like I don't know if it's naivety or innocence or what. Fuck the description. I just don't believe that we grew up on the same planet. Her mindset, her view, her positivity, I don't understand it. And I really hope that she never understands why I am the way I am. And I have just this feeling in my gut that if we go to Keelam and we get in that sector, some shit is gonna hit some fan, and it's not gonna be a good thing.
Oh, it absolutely will. We are so good at finding the nearest shit to fan ratio. There's no way this is gonna be a simple drop off the horse and go, but you know. We'll
It's
get
almost
through
like
it.
you're
We always
reading
do.
our epilogue of all our main events.
I get tired of being a chimera sometimes.
Yeah. I don't have a solution for that one.
I am sorry that we had to leave Tawa behind. I know that would upset you a lot.
Do you know why I didn't fight? To make them stay? That creature bickered about everything. I mean, when to eat, what to hoard, where to go. Those heads never agreed on anything. The only thing they could seem to agree on was that all three of them liked me, and I thought that was enough. But when they said they wanted to stay, they all looked so sure. And I couldn't take that from them. But I had an idea in my head that I liked. Being some, I don't know, grizzled old owlin on my nice planet that I had fixed, all withered and old. With my feet propped up on some grizzled old chimera who wanders the grounds. And it was fun. It was a fun future. It was a future I could see.
Maybe you could adopt one of those pole bear things once you fix the planet. Domesticate one.
I don't think those things are domesticatable.
Chimeras aren't either, to be fair.
I fucking hate that unicorn, Cyrus. I have no reason to. I have no reason to hate the unicorn. They're perfectly nice.
That's why.
Its voice annoys me.
I think it's, to me anyway, anything that is too nice can't be nice. I'm an asshole, and I will admit that. I don't hide away from potentially upsetting someone or receiving a punch or two if it's necessary, but at least you know exactly what I'm thinking. When someone's just nice all the time, no aggression or spitefulness or any of that, just feels fake.
Yeah. Like you're kind of just waiting for the other shoe to drop the whole time. And
I'm
then
surprised
it keeps
the unicorn
not
didn't
doing
stab one of
that, and you
us.
feel like an asshole because you're just waiting for it.
I forgot something as well. And Cyrus will reach into his belt. He pulls out the wee Expanse compass that he found on the dwarven ship. I know we're possibly going to be like learning different skills and shit and whatnot. You're the current navigator. I find this on the dwarven ship when we were searching the rooms and stuff. It's an old Expanse compass. It like, I think it points towards the center. It seems like something a navigator should have, so here.
Ever wonder what's in the center of the Expanse?
It's a big hole as far as I know.
Yeah,
Big
but
lot
like,
of nothing.
Gotta be something, right? There's never nothing. Hell, you're next to a hole full of demons called nothing.
Yeah, I mean that's a
And that's
probably a
definitely
good
not
example
nothing.
to
It's full of
yeah.
demons.
That's a nothing you don't want to go near. It's a nothing that has a something in it. Hey, maybe that's where the Illithid are from. Maybe they came out of the big hole in the middle.
Just gotta shove them back in again.
Yeah, we really need to figure out how. We haven't dealt with them in a while. It's a little concerning.
The longer we can go without it, the better. Like, I'm in such two minds about us replacing the ship, because on one hand, I've got kind of attached to this place, but on the other hand, every time I sit and eat breakfast, I'm 6 feet away from where someone tried to shove a maggot inside my eyeball, and I always think about it a little bit.
Yeah, that wasn't a fun day. Not to mention,
Like, it would
I'm
be
pretty
nice to
sure
live in a
Sunshine
ship
is
where...
hiding his hairballs elsewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know where. I haven't found them yet. But
There's
I know he's
a
hiding
weird
them
smell
somewhere.
coming from the walls.
I wonder if the dragons cleaned out the Draconids whenever they repaired the ship.
I just think it would be nice to live on a ship where, you know, we didn't have to scrub Illithid gunk off the walls to live there.
Probably should talk to Barros or Volgir. They seem to be in the ship buying business these days. Although don't let them fucking get you in their Volgir scheme. They harassed me and I just couldn't listen to it anymore and I gave them 3 million chits. Don't fall for the same trick. Put beeswax in your ear or something. Block them out. Don't listen to them. They're crafty.
I'm kind of already involved with a business that I'm avoiding.
Huh?
Family business.
Oh. I liked your family business.
I mean, I do, but I'm still avoiding it right now because, you know, I'm not currently working. Well, not with them. Just working.
Collecting.
What are we? Are we mercenaries?
We're kind of mercenaries, also treasure hunters, I guess, since we're trying to piece together Saparna. Which is a thing. You're
finders.
collecting pieces of a god.
Yeah, I try not to think too hard about that because if I think about it, it starts freaking me out. I need to fix the star mark, but I need some kind of like celestial mechanic, and I don't know what that is. Like a priest, but also a mechanic.
We are in the Celestial Quarter. If you need a celestial mechanic, this is probably the best place to find one.
Probably.
Maybe we... Oh god, I can't believe I'm gonna say this. Maybe we listen to Astra and we visit fucking Saparna's island and maybe someone can fix her star mark there.
I mean, hey, that's still not your island, and if there's gonna be a shard of Saparna anywhere, it's probably there, right?
Probably.
But if it's inside another elf, someone else can beat them up this time, because last time really hurt.
I'll do it. I'll stab an elf.
You'll stab anyone.
I feel like you'll
Cyrus.
stag anyone at the moment, yeah.
Elves aren't special.
Yeah, fuck elves.
If I gave you a good enough reason, you'd stab Volgir right now. Honestly, if he tried to talk to you about Volgir Trading Co. again, I think you might stab him.
No.
Give him another room. Volgir Trading Co.
If he tries to restore me, I might stab him. I don't think I'd be allowed to stab Astra. I think Dave would shoot me first.
That's okay. Then I'll shoot Days.
We could mutiny the ship, you know? We just fucking turn it around. We don't have to go to this place.
I don't think you'd be able to drive the ship.
We gotta drop
I've
off
got a
unicorn.
gizmo. I'm not very good at flying, but I bought a gizmo.
Look on the bright side, Cyrus. Once we've got it over and done with, Astor can't ask you to come back here for a long time. If he wants to visit home, you can just stick her on a different ship to go visit. We'll fuck off all the way to the other side of the galaxy. What's on the other side?
It's mostly amalgam space, isn't it?
Eh, they've probably forgotten about the terrorism thing by now, right?
I mean, if we ended the Dragon War,
It's been like 2 weeks.
Exactly.
we possibly ended a Dragon War, which might help amalgamate space, I guess. By the time we get back,
I don't think
it
we
might be all
did
water
end
under
a
the bridge.
Dragon War. You guys did not stick around for that debate, but it was definitely not war ending.
Give it some time. That'll be fine.
I got covered in acid at one point. Not a war-ending acid covering.
Hmm.
Well, I'll leave you to your drunken sulking anyway. I'll take one last swig of the whiskey and pass it back to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Takes another swag.
Just
Yeah.
try to be sober enough to fix the engines if we run into anything.
Yeah, I got it.
If you leave the engine room, you just hear Volgir talking to Sunshine about the trade.
Just a small investment into Bulgir Trading Co.
And how much would this cost me?
investment. He's not talking about investment. He's just telling him about the thing and then just feeding him whiskey at the same time.
I have no idea. I like your words, funny man.
I like your funny
Yeah.
words, man.
So Cyrus already invested 3 million, so if you match his investment, we'll be able to get a ship with the double capacity of the cargo space, meaning we can double and double it again.
Stop hurting Sunshine with numbers.
Said double
I've
too
not
many
mentioned
times.
any numbers yet.
That is a cool ass fighter.
So yeah, if Atlas wants to add Expanse compass to her chest or whatever,
Yeah.
Cyrus gifts her that.
Anyone else doing anything before you leave this sector, which I assume is the plan?
No, I'm just waiting for Days to find a new ship.
Days is busy smooching her girlfriend.
Yeah.
Matt? Astra,
Too many
what
ships.
you doing?
Yes.
What you doing, Astra?
You're doing goody
Oh,
two shoes.
Smooching her girlfriend.
I was gonna say she's probably knitting you something as an apology present.
You don't know what I said. You're not in the room
You're a
I'm in.
grumpy asshole with her.
This is not new. He's been this way for a few days.
Grumpier.
Fair.
General state of mind for Cyrus. I feel like Days probably.
We lost you there at the end, Mary.
I needed.
Days is holding the wool.
Days is holding the wall, just like
Days
half
is holding
asleep.
the wall like,
that what
you
they call
don't
it
have
these
to
days?
do this. Like, he's being an asshole.
Barros will knock on Cyrus's door after a little while.
Sure, I'll let you guys play.
What is it, Atlas?
It's not Atlas. I brought you some biscuits. Specifically
fuck yeah.
chocolate chip cookies.
Yes. Bring me the biscuits.
He refused as a ploy. He wants 3 more million. You have let him in.
What can I do for you, Captain?
I'm just checking you're okay. You're grumpier than usual.
Yeah, so everyone's telling me.
Just a smidge.
So everyone's telling me.
I mean, to be fair, you have valid reason.
Well, you remember what? Yeah. It's
I'm not questioning your reason. I'm asking you, what's the phrase? Suck it up, buttercup. That's how you say it, right?
yeah, that's how I say it.
You're a big, strong SMR, and you can suck it up for a few days. We're like, it's not like we're going to see your dad.
God, I fucking hope not.
We're literally going to go and drop off the unicorn, go visit a few celestial islands, and then fuck off. You think I want to be there any longer than I need to? I'm missing out opportunity making money. These fucking bozo Celestials with their celestial lore, I'll pay 100%. Do you know how much money I made on the last deal we made? I made 12 million jids.
Cyrus
12 million!
Cyrus is gonna open a bottle of whiskey and hand it to you.
What kind of fucking bozo-brained... I was going to say bird brain, but that felt a little bit racist to Atlas, right? I won't
Yeah,
say that.
probably
Atlas
would
knows
be.
how to trade.
Some fucking kobold brain fucking rules here. What the
told
fuck,
you.
man?
I told you, the celestial space sucks. We shouldn't go there. But
I will never come back here as long as I live if I have to.
as long as you're captain, I'm riding with you on that.
But once we have dealt with Astra, she's done a lot for us. It's plus we went to my home. It would be very unfair for me to say no to someone else. At least till Amalgamate Space has calmed down. We're no longer wanted terrorists. Because fuck me, that's
Still
going to be a big bounty. I don't know what we're going to do about that, because I mean,
Has it been like a month?
we got money now, but like, I don't know how it's gonna do other than we go buy big ship and we go fight squid.
If we have a bounty on us and we pay the bounty, does that mean we're free to go?
No, because
Is that how that works?
you have to hand over the people.
To get the bounty, yeah.
What if we pay the bounty back?
I think we might need to make a new.
You say my life is worth 8,000 credits. Here's 8,000 credits.
No, you
The
go
only
to
way we're
jail
going
is
to
worth
get
1,000 credits.
I
The only
think
way
you're
we're going to
missing
get out of
some
this
zeros
situation
considering you
is-
got out of the impossible to break out of prison. And we turned an entire station upside down.
Hey,
Gravity.
I had nothing to do with the gravity heist.
It
Basically,
is funny to
we
imagine
need
they
to be
go to put us in
pardoned.
prison and they're like, oh, we can't put them back in the unescapable prison again. It was so embarrassing when they escaped the first time.
I think we're going to have to be pardoned, which I don't know how we start to do that, because I don't think I've ever been pardoned before in my life, but we figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, Diaz, I'm sure, has some kind of contacts, or maybe she has like back channels
It
into the
would be a
island.
case of proving that the squid people are real and are a threat, and we were telling the truth, and that the damage that we dealt was deemed appropriate enough that it was worth us breaking out of prison to deal with this situation.
I was saying to Atlas, it's been a while since we've heard of anything of the Illithid, which concerns me a little.
We've not been in Amalgamate Space, we've been in Draconid Space. If they were concerned with Amalgamate Space, then... But I've not heard anything from the front lines, which means that they either went around through deep space, or... I mean, when me and Volger were in the Umphalos, and we were tinkering around to fuck with the gravity, we saw some logs that said that the Illithid would arrive at Amalgamate, but it kept changing the dates and times, like it wasn't accurate, so it's going to happen at some point. I just don't know when. But again, to deal with the Illithid, we would need a much bigger ship.
No, I agree with that.
I think we would have to get maybe a destroyer.
Gonna need a lot of crew for that as well.
I mean, or not even a destroyer, a dreadnought, and that's like 5,000 crew. That it would probably take at least all of us putting in 10 million.
Yeah, after my investment, I don't have that kind of scratch anymore.
Oh, don't worry, we'll make your money back. I promise we'll double it. We'll double it.
All right,
A bulky guarantee.
worthy investment. How far off are we from the next jump anyway? I haven't been watching the clock.
a few hours, but we're due a nap anyway. I think most of us are pretty conked out and day shopping, so sleep, then jump.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna finish this bottle and then I'm gonna head to bed.
All right, I'll start thinking of a plan once we're done with this whole Calum shit.
Are we gonna come back to the Harmony station? Do we care about the outcome of the war, or
It would be beneficial because if we can end the war, we might find a way into Amalgamate, but then we would have to take credit for it, and we would basically need to be like, these guys negotiated and helped us out. Then they would have to open negotiations with the Amalgamate. That's going to take a little while because you can't just end the war. You've got to negotiate either a surrender or a truce. And if my grandfather has anything to do with it, then he's going to be a stickler. But
yeah, we don't like that guy.
no, to be fair, he's head of security for the Amphalos, so I don't think his reach goes out to international negotiations.
Other Barrow's grandfather, though, that guy was chill as fuck.
Right, I'll leave you with these biscuits. I'm going to go to sleep.
Okay.
Good night, Barrow.
Sleep. Probably just before Asher, I assume you be doing your knitting in your own room. So like after at some point, like the is eventually like either ushered out or otherwise leaves your room to go back to her room. Is gone for about a whole 7 minutes, and then you hear knocking on your door like kind of frantically.
Man.
She opens it. She's like holding the card. Did you do this?
No? What is it?
She's just gonna throw the card down, climbs up into the bed that you're kind of laid on, and just like gives you a big old kiss. And it's like,
I don't know what.
shut up.
I'm
Close
confused.
the door, Sapana.
What is it?
Got me a
Shit.
ship.
Did I?
I just bought a unicorn. I can't afford a ship.
Well, someone bought me a ship, and your name's on it. Well, everyone's name's on it, but your name's on it at the bottom.
I'm gonna say either Barros or Volk here, because they got the money pot.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna jump into their bedroom and straddle them and give them a kiss.
I'd like to think not, but yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we gotta go try this thing out.
Sure, let's go find it.
Let's go. And she runs out in the hallway, looks around, and then will head up to where the cottontail was attached. Did you attach it to the ship gear, or would you have left it nearby, or?
Well, the shuttle's the shuttle's on the roof, isn't it? So it'll probably be in the cargo bay.
Okay, so she'll go down the cargo bay, and like literally like a car fanatic, like, you know, like go check underneath like running the hands along it, like inspecting the weapons. She like climbs up into the cockpit. It's like, I don't understand a word of this. She's like pulling out a manual, and like this is also not in the language I speak. She eventually finds that there's a lever that when she pulls it, it causes the front of the ship where it comes to a point to like unhinge, and the maw at the front opens up, and you see inside there's these two big like cannons in there that kind of serves the ship's weapons. Like, okay, well that is kind of cool. Then she's like, it makes it go like chomping away. But yeah, after Dee is busy fangirling over the new ship, she will you know, make a note to thank everyone when she next sees them. But yeah, you have a very happy Paragon.
We need to counteract the soapy. We need to counteract the upset Cyrus with Happy Bunny.
Yeah.
Happy bunny.
But yeah, you all rest, and then the next day will go by. I see you're plotting a course, continuing as you're going.
Mhm.
Atlas, I would love a navigating check, please.
around the
The dog. And if someone's for me 2 D100s for any hazards as well.
I've rolled with it. Does anyone else want one?
I rolled the last one as well.
I can roll a D100.
Sure.
Oh, that's not it. Unless someone else
Nat
has rolled it.
20, bitches!
Yeah, no hazards, and you make good time as well. You don't encounter anything strange or startling all the way to your destination now. Your next jump takes you to another new sector, which I don't think you guys have been to before. This is the Valoria sector. Beautiful, and I will say, if you wanted Beros to have purchased some kind of like information like cartridge on celestial reach space, you could have done so. It would have given you better interpretation of your scanning information. Just note down, it'll probably have been 1,000 gold.
Okay.
But it'll have a good log of, usual identifications and stuff like that. It's kind of like buying like a GPS roadmap kind of style. The Valera sector that you kind of get into, it is this beautiful radiant white blue star in the center. There is also a space station called Elandros's Gate, which you do flag up. There is Valeria Prime, which is a moonless world. There's also the Shimmering Belt, which is like an asteroid field which pulses in arcs of arcane energy, which can be the cause of, according to your little information guide, random wild magic events. There's also a Antherium Enclave, which basically is a corporate kind of stronghold that seems to oversee some kind of like mining operation, looks like. There is also areas of note. The Aetheris Nebula, which is this like iridescent gas clouds. You kind of seen similar ones of these before. They do fuck a little bit with like ship systems, and located in them is something called Solas's End, which is like a long kind of like lost world in a sense, like no longer inhabited.
I'll kind of
See what I see, Barrels? Space station ships.
All right, space station.
I'm only
is...
joking.
No, it's fine. To be fair, again,
We have
being in
time.
a space station, we have time. It means that we're not being attacked by random demons and jellyfish.
Yeah. And Cyrus is going to be happier because we're not making our way there instant.
Well, we can't go any further until our ships recover. So,
Right. But we'll just see if any ships are available. But for the rest of the time, I'm happy to just sit here and chill.
Yep.
Yeah.
Elandros's Gate is once more surrounded by this celestial law. As you kind of approach, all of the trades here are regulated by it as well. Bijou Dock, if you're looking to purchase any ships, there's a variety of ships here. Again, mainly Draconid in design. There is one Amalgamate style ship. It looks to be probably dwarven in nature. Very blocky kind of style ship. It is a like a galleon size.
I will see Cyrus at some point and just go, I believe these are yours. I didn't mean for you to invest if you didn't want to. And I will give you back. I will offer back the 3 million.
Barrel's pretty much assured me that it's going to get doubled in the next month or so. So why don't you hang on to it for me? I still have 9 million. I still have my 9 million chits. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to spend all of that soon.
Okay.
So you can put it in the spreadsheet.
How did you know what I was doing?
You can tell by the glint in your eye.
Cool. could we investigate the dwarven ship?
Sure, you make your way around. And the actual like place you are at the minute, it is fairly relaxed. There's a few like celestial guards here as well, that kind of like patrol around. But there's nothing super strange or startling here. Nothing really stands out as overly unbeknownst to you. The market itself is a big multi-tiered trade bazaar. I think there's a lot of security kind of watching over. There is also something called the Accord Chamber, but that seems to be more focused towards diplomacy rather than any actual trade. You kind of like follow like you know, make your way to where you believe this dwarven ship is from the outside. You can make your way for the interior. When you get there, you find that they are not a trade vessel. They are a military ship.
Oh.
Swivel.
How did a military dwarvish ship get here?
Could have been captured by the Draconids.
I'll turn to Volga. Look,
Not
we've
Draconid
needed
space anymore, we're celestial.
we've needed a new ship for a little while. This would certainly be the upgrade we needed, and if we can find a way to allow Sapana to take control, you know, through the AI systems, through the relic systems. It could certainly be a ship that we use, especially if it's military. Military means it's got a little bit of firepower behind it.
That does assume that they're willing to sell it.
No,
If
That
we
is
can
also-
convince them-
That is also assuming that they have an AI system.
yeah, kind of a
Remember, the
rare-
Chimera was kind of...
Would I know that the
It's
dwarvish
worth taking
ships
a look.
sometimes have one?
You could make an intelligence, like a history check if you want.
I know fuck all. That's a natural 3.
I'm not
Which
sure.
is 5. Yeah, I don't know anything.
Yeah, I'm
But
not
we'd
sure.
have to ask the question.
I'll see. I'll ask around then, see if the captain's around or whoever owns the vessel.
Yeah, if you kind of approach one of the little like guards you kind of like is currently at the docking bay, inquiring for a captain, they kind of like look at you and be like, that would probably depend who you're looking to speak to. In particular, it would be the commanding officer is Admiral Hallgrim Stonefist. He would be the highest rank aboard the vessel at this time.
Are they wearing amalgamate uniforms?
Yes.
So the ship definitely is not for sale.
No, let's strike that one off straight away. So wait,
Might be worth
they're in
finding out
Slo-
why they're here, though.
Yeah. It might as well be.
Oh. Maybe we'll feign ignorance and say we're looking to buy the ship, even if it just gives us. Even if they say no, we might be able to find out some information.
Yes. I can try. No harm in trying.
We're happy to speak with the commanding officer.
I will put in a request. Whom in particular is looking to address them and on what interest or grounds?
Barry Lightshoe and let's say an investment opportunity.
I will pass it on.
Could I interest you in ball gear trading?
It only takes 3 million chits.
Eventually, you see a broad-shouldered, battle-scarred dwarf, thick silver beard, all braided in tight knots. His right eye is missing and has been replaced with a arcane eye that you see glows purple on the inside.
I have one of those in my backpack.
His left arm is missing at the elbow downwards and has been replaced with what appears to be some kind of blunderbuss. Like a big
We do not have one of those.
big flared like blunderbuss on the actual arm. As he kind of like approaches, kind of comes out, looks at you all. Forgive me, whenever they told me that I was a satyr here, I thought maybe I might have known you, but clearly I don't.
Do you know many satyrs?
I know a good few satyrs, have you now? Spent a lot of my time posted up around near the Kemnor and Elvish space for a long time. Lush is quite an interesting harbour in a storm.
Conveniently, I have a few distant cousins who live there.
Hmm.
We were just. To be fair, we don't see many amalgamate ships out here in celestial space, especially since the war is going on. But we're looking to buy a new ship. We just saw your ship. It seems that you're amalgamate military, but we thought, well, might as well ask. Just because you obviously have quite a unique, and of course my first mate being dwarvish, he certainly would appreciate us driving a ship.
Rogi just nodding furiously in the background, just like.
He gives a little nod back to Volgear. Unfortunately, not for sale. Ship's not mine to sell, and even if it was, can't say I would. It's the only way back home. We were on the wrong side of the Concordat's expanse whenever this whole thing kicked off, and I don't fancy being a one-man army trying to plow through to get back home. So we've been doing what we can here, taking on small odd jobs to keep the supplies of the crew stable.
That is fair enough. We're just curious. In your time here, have you know anyone looking to sell a ship, or?
I can't say we have much interaction, to be honest, beyond a few of the Celestials. I have dealt a little bit with some of the Draconids, the more ones open to talk. Could try one of them, I suppose, but like I'd say, we're the only real amalgamate force out here that I've seen. But that being said, we've not exactly gone very far. We've staying back here. It's just far enough away from Draconid space, doesn't draw too much flack, and if it does, they're already so far away from their own borders, they don't really give a shit at that point.
Do you have communication with the amalgamate back home, or are you cut out completely?
We have windows of opportunity, but information is short bursts every now and again, not no constant feed, unfortunately.
And this might be a personal ask, but with the war going on and stuff, it's pretty hard for even traders to get across the border sometimes. Is there any news that I should be aware of?
I think there's the same standard opinion. You know, the advice is don't cross the border if you can avoid it. It sounds like at the moment there's a something big happening over near the human front.
All right.
So maybe avoid there. If you're maybe head back towards head on the most direct route towards the Omphalos, you should be fine. Maybe avoid heading down to Fagaz. That would be seems like something big's going on there. Lots of people losing communication en masse, it seems.
This is good to know. Right, we'll leave you to it, and you have a wonderful day.
You too. We're talking to another one from here.
Give him a nod and then wander off, start looking at some of the other Draconid ships then.
Yep.
While we're wandering off, Cyrus will grab Baros's arm and be like, if we could manage to escort them back to the amalgamate border, it might sway us in a few good graces.
If they are still here when we come back from...
Well, I'm not saying right now. I'm just saying...
No, but if they're still here, I think it would be a good opportunity.
We could get them through potentially as if we got them to carry some goods through.
Or could pass them off as...
Part of our trading.
Yeah, part of our trading, or maybe as we're saying they're actually escorting us.
Protection.
Yeah.
We've hired them as bodyguards. They just so happen to fly an amalgamate ship. Might have to get them to take off their uniforms or something in case they get scanned, but...
Well, I think it's pretty obvious that it's an amalgamate ship.
Yeah, they also have big amalgamate logos and stuff. Yeah, it's not...
We can paint over that.
It's worth considering. It make the journey a little bit easier as well, to be honest. Having a military ship behind us, it gives us a straight shot. I think it could be worth us investigating the the human sectors as well. Once we're back in amalgamate space. But for that, like I said, bigger ship.
Do we maybe mention the idea of trying to get them back through to them?
They might not be here when we come back.
No, that's what I'm saying. Do we just mention it just in case they are in the area?
What, ask them to hang around, or?
No, just say if
We
they're
don't
still
want to make
here
any
and we'll
deals. We
pop
don't
back.
even, know when we're coming back, or
True.
We don't plan
if
on
we end
being
up coming
killing
the same
for long.
way.
I think either way, it's going to be beneficial that we just, if they're here when we come back, because either way, when we come back, if they're not here, then we're a small ship. It's pretty easy for us to get through the border. It may be a little bit difficult if we have them on our back, but we can deal with that when we actually get there. I think either way we can get through the border pretty easily, but this would benefit us to get in the amalgamate cut box. But it sounds like they're going to be here when we get back.
Just a thought.
Right.
Does anybody else have any more shopping to do, or?
No, it was just I saw a dwarven ship. I got a bit excited. I'm sorry.
Head back to your own ship then, and then let another day pass, and then do your final jump towards Utopia Major.
I'm gonna mark another bottle of whiskey gone.
Sure. Do whatever you want to do. So, I do need a couple of D100 rules, please.
I'll give one a roll this time, unless anyone
On board.
Oh, you both rolled.
Okay, rocket.
Well,
Have
I've done on board. I still need an off board.
I think. Mary
Oh, did Mary get one?
No, that was
Oh,
Mary's
that was the other
previous.
day, yeah. Ignore me.
Okay. D100. That's 001.
That's a 1. But was that an off-board or
Yeah.
on-board?
I
Off.
don't know. Whatever one.
I said on board 54.
Okay.
Okay.
An off-board
that-
hazard. Roll me a
I
D10,
wasn't
please.
sure if that. Oh god.
Fuck.
lovely. I no longer am I rolling 4.
Oh.
If we get another squishy monster, I'm not going to be happy.
As you jump back through here, and as you're coming into Utopia Major properly, it is a very strange cluster to enter. It is made up of 3 core systems: Hades, Polis, Null, and there's also a strange enigma, Purgatory, which sits in the middle of the pool of 2 suns of Hades and Polis' suns, but also in the pool of the black hole of Null, kind of suspended in this 3-way like arc. It just is like almost like held locked in place. As you come through, there is a huge like what remains of a Tev, and it would have been probably in the dreadnought kind of size. Huge, big metallic chunks of debris, all destroyed and shattered. And as you come out of the high-speed jump, you are instantly plunged into evasive maneuvers as your pilot, who is currently
Probably me.
Oh, here.
Beros. I need a space vehicle check to Beros with your dexterity to avoid having a collision and getting yourself out of this debris field.
They're like Volgate drives when Beros is drunk.
Well,
That's
So
how this goes.
always-
right. 6 plus 4. I believe that's 14.
14 will be a failure. You very nearly get clear without suffering too much damage. However, just as you're kind of like going around one big final chunk and it looks like you're scot-free, there's this big rotating piece, and it just slices, and like you don't see it until the last second, and it just clinks off the backside of the hull. The Chimera is going to take some damage to its hull. You take 40 points of bludgeoning damage from the crash. This ignores shields, so it does it straight to the hull. But apart from that, you have now arrived, and you are clear to travel towards Polis if you so wish.
I would like to state for the record that that is not the navigator's fault. That ship was not on any maps.
No, it was mine. I was steering, and I may have accidentally dropped my biscuit in my milk and was paying far too much attention to try and fishing it out.
Are we gonna have to make a rule of no biscuits while driving?
You do that, I fucking kill you. I'll put a blaster rifle to your fucking balls, and I'll shoot it.
Beros,
I'll castrate you.
What about
We've had this
no
conversation
milk while
before.
driving rule?
No, Beros, we've had this conversation before. No piloting the ship with your knees.
Fine. 2 hands on the wheel.
Hoofs.
2 hands on the wheel.
Yes, 2 hands, no hoofs. Hands.
Fine.
At all times. At 10 and 2.
Do you know what this means? If we get a new ship and we hire a crew, I'm going to have to now hire someone to feed me biscuits while I'm piloting.
Well, you won't be piloting.
You won't be
can
piloting
sit-
because
Just
you'll hire
hire a
someone.
pilot.
You can just sit in the captain's chair and eat biscuits all day.
We should
Oh,
just get like
I
a
didn't think
robotic
about
arm
that.
or something to feed you the biscuits.
If you want, we can hire like 2 specific people, one to hold your milk and one to hold your biscuits, and they can just feed you in alternation.
I feel like maybe we need to hire someone also just to keep his ego in check if we do that.
We've got
Or I'll do it.
Cyrus.
I don't
Ego?
mind.
I don't have an ego.
No, but if someone's feeding you biscuits all day, you're gonna get one pretty fast.
That is true.
So you guys are traveling towards Polis.
Yep.
Righty. Eventually, you find yourself entering.
Every time you say that, I feel like you're saying police, but in a weird accent.
You pull us. You the Polis. But yes, you enter. You fly all the way down into Polis's actual orbit, and you see that this is probably one of the more busy systems you've actually been in. There are several planets here. The largest is called Savio. It is a multi-ringed planet. It has 3 rings actually just around itself, and it has a moon as well. The rings seem to be made of ice, rock, and dust primarily, but they all give this very interesting color. And it looks like it has an atmosphere as well. It's the second planet furthest from the sun itself here. The furthest one is called Guxtat. There's also Uftil and Admi, which are 2 other planets close to the sun. And then in between Admi and Sviao is Kalem, which is definitely has an atmosphere and would be your planned destination. You begin to fly down towards Kalem proper. Is there an island in particular you want to be heading straight towards? There are 14 continent-sized islands, each one with a mountain in its center that
Is
rises
the
up to the
unicorn
clouds.
from
Don't
Astra's?
give me that face.
Is the unicorn from Astra's island?
Can I ask him?
Yeah, we'll ask the unicorn where the unicorn's from.
I was taken, but I was still unfully aware of how vast the world was. My island, I do not believe, was that of an Apo. However, I would be gracious for any island. If need be, I can always make my own way.
An apple first, then.
I feel like it's probably Gleam, but an apple first, yeah.
Okay, so you are going to head towards...
I mean, worst case scenario, they can at least be like, yeah, this isn't the one, you know?
Upheaval is quite a sight as you come down into the orbit. And Cyrus, something about it looks kind of familiar. It is sharp and jagged, and there are glows and motes of red flame from inside buildings against the black, dark rocks that the sea laps and crashes against aggressively and angrily.
Cyrus hates this coming up in the corner.
It is not.
Cyrus disapproves.
It looks a lot more humid than Feud would be. However,
That's
it is
the worst.
it is still
You at least want a dry heat.
yeah. Well, that's why Astra's hair is the way it is. But the peak is all jagged and fractured, and it even seems to like shift every now and again from ongoing like seismic activity. There is a deep chasm that runs along the side of the main mountain itself, which has these sulfuric vents and strange fungus that kind of glow in the dark. People, Astra would know, claim that something even lives in the deepest reaches there. There is a drowned settlement around the edge where the sea has risen up and claimed over half of it, and there you can just see the tops of these half-submerged stone structures from an ancient civilization. There is a natural staircase that winds up the side of the mountain with old chains, shattered stone bridges, and is the only way to climb the mountain from the bottom, but is quite treacherous. The thing emitting fire is a massive cavern at the base of the island, which glows with an eerie orange light. This is the Maw of Fire. It has these large obsidian formations that glisten like fangs, and there's apparently perhaps some old elementals that dwell in this cave. It is normally best avoided. There are also the Wailing Cliffs, which kind of follow along the broken stair. They are sheer cliffs that drop into the violent sea below, and they are just battered by these aggressive winds that make this echoing, almost like screams echoing up from the ocean below. But the place that Astra probably wants to go to is Stormcaller's Perch, a high plateau, not on the peak, however, about just over halfway up, where there are these stone pillars that stand at a perfect circle. They are theorized to want to be a ritual site. However, now in the center of the pillars there sits the temple of Anapo, and you think that is probably the best place where you'd want to go first, Astra, at least on your gut, where you would have been before.
Yeah, Astra will probably point it out to Barros or Volgir. I feel like Volgir should probably shoved Barros out of the seat after earlier, but
Probably.
yeah, she'll point it out for them to land in a relatively safe spot.
Okay.
You've seen those scenes where the pilots are next to each other with the identical sticks. Frog is like, I'm taking control, but it's like, no, I'm taking control. Fucking has it.
It's okay. I finished my biscuit.
Barros is like pulling the bits of like soggy, but like, oh, it's gone all soggy and gross now.
Sunshine, I need a new glass of milk. Could you get it me?
On the way. It's coming right now. Don't worry. Here you go. It's I warmed it up for you in the microwave. Just the way you like it. Not too hot, not too cold.
Thanks, Sunshine.
Do you think Sunshine laps the milk like a cat on his way to deliver to Barros? He's just that like...
I call it the sunshine text.
It's the taste. Has to test the milk before he gives it to the captain. Make sure it's the right temperature.
Make sure it's not poisoned. Even though he poured it and made it.
Make sure he didn't accidentally poison it at any point. Sunshine doesn't know how poison works.
You land the Chimera on the top of this plateau, probably a couple hundred feet or so from the actual temple itself. The temple is grand enough. It has been battered with wind and rain. It has these huge big lightning rods that rise up above itself, which no doubt on stormy days probably suffer the full might of the storm. Standing in the doorway, Astra, as you kind of like step off the ship, you see a familiar silhouette in the doorway.
Astra's bolting. Astra is sprinting.
I feel
Faster
like
you've seen her
Atlas was
move.
like halfway through being like, so Astra, is your dad like a cool dad or like my dad? Oh, she's gone. She's gone.
Daze is probably
Never
also
mind.
coming along, unless someone tells her she can't.
Of course, she has to meet her girlfriend's parent.
Daze even makes a remark to you, Atlas, of like, I would say this is all going very fast, but lesbians, and that's all she says.
I don't know what that means.
Good. And she pats you on the head and then walks past you. Astra, you run up to the door, and like, when you get there, you are puffed and out of breath because you still just run like 200, 300 feet. And you see standing there the weathered, old, one-eyed mystic, High Shaman Ergrod.
Asher's like wants to give him a hug, but also like very winded. She's like, give me a minute. And I'm like, as soon as she gets her breath, I'll like just pull him into the tightest hug ever.
Gives you a hug back, and like, you know, you see he like still leans on his stave. So he probably hugs you with one arm, and like gives you a big little squeeze in his part, and a big deep sigh. It is good to see you, my daughter.
It's good to be home. There's some people I'd like you to meet. My new adoptive family of sorts. Well, not dates, that'd be weird.
Everyone jogging behind you,
follow.
like...
Come inside. Shelter yourself from this lovely weather.
Cyrus?
Cyrus is trailing behind everybody else, just taking in the sights, and he probably lingers in the doorway just a second longer than everybody else does.
Astra probably...
I know I have new lungs, but you can't make me chase you like that. I got
Astra
little
probably
legs. Not as little as Volgear's, admittedly, but little.
Astra probably whispered to Agrod that Cyrus is from Feud. Just to give him, like, you could probably tell
Like
that
he
anyways,
couldn't fucking tell from the horn.
I know.
The horn.
And the markings.
I feel
And
like
the
there's like
brooding.
an undertone
And the
like
brooding.
hate.
And the general aura of not wanting to be here at all.
Yeah.
He has an internal feud, okay? It's in his very being.
He nods and like leads you in. As you all kind of step inside, you find that this temple, you're clearly in some kind of like outer ring of the temple. Whatever inner ring is, you've not been like immediately welcomed into. But you're in quite a nice kind of like little entry area. There are braziers filled with smoldering coals, kind of like all in every room, giving a bit of like aromatic smoke and warmth into the room. There are wind chimes as well that hang from the archways, and they all like play this almost like eerie melody, along with the howling winds coming off the cliff faces nearby. As he kind of like leads you through towards the Windspeaker's Arch, which is kind of like where he probably does a little sermons and like that. He like waves an arm, and his staff glows a little bit, and the large doors close behind you. And he gestures, and you're in again quite like a nice welcoming area. There are, you know, areas to sit. There are areas to, you know, like little like pillows and things on the floor for someone if you want to like, you know, kneel or, you know, meditate or anything of that nature as well. Well, I suppose you have. If you have found what you were looking for so fast, I would be genuinely surprised.
Astra, are you going to introduce us?
Yep. This is Atlas. That's Barros. That's Volgear. That's Daze, my
Hi, Dad.
girlfriend. And this is Cyrus. And that's Sunshine. I'm doing Sunshine just like
Sunshine
followed as
also
well.
goes, hi, Dad.
Also, we brought this unicorn.
This
You
is
see
Valeria.
that Eggrod looks a little bit confused and flustered with the Daze situation, but doesn't comment on it.
He like starts to get confused and flustered, and then gets even more thrown by Sunshine. He's like, wait.
It seems you
Polyamorous
have-
relationship?
It seems you have been enjoying the fruits of life.
I have. Some fruit can be a little bit scary than others, but no, it's been worth it.
To you, Cyrus, you're the scary one.
Yeah, I figured.
It's not you, it's what comes with it.
Well, I welcome you all
No
to the
worse.
Temple of Inapo.
Is that worse? That feels worse.
I don't know. What comes with me? Is there something I don't know about?
Your terrible
Maybe
chlamydia.
it's the smell.
You're one to talk.
Oh, You smell like brimstone.
You smell like lion spit.
Yeah,
Because he licks himself.
exactly. I want to smell like that. That's a great smell.
Is it?
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna be theorizing what everyone smells like.
I don't think I find it. Well, not that I know of. When Apple's baby.
Barrel's just having an aura of like shortbread and
As usual.
goat.
Ross is looking around for the communal biscuits.
Barrel's is like, the last temple we went to had these little wafers.
I think we've actual biscuits. We might have shortbread or something knocking around.
Oh man, I was really hoping for some more of those wafers. I'm running a little low. I think I've only got about 100 left.
They don't taste of anything. Just dry.
Exactly, they're the perfect vessel for hot sauce, some ASMR dip. What was it called?
Mayonnaise.
I mean, I can
the
make you shortbread
ASMR
without
dip.
the sugar, but that.
Celestial, the celestial dip.
Oh yeah.
I still have some. I keep it in the fridge at the back.
I don't think that stuff keeps Barros. That's like
That's
2
the
weeks
weird
old
smell that's
mayonnaise.
been coming through the
what do you
wall.
mean keeps? What do you mean? Food doesn't go off.
No, food definitely spoils. Especially stuff like mayonnaise.
No, it doesn't.
No, it does.
Made of
Barros.
No, no,
Eggs,
because
man.
when I ate a biscuit that was 15 years old, tastes exactly the same. A little hard, but that's just due to the exposure, right?
No, that means the biscuit spoiled because the biscuits are not meant to be that hard.
They're a mixed bunch.
Have
They
you ever
seem
noticed
to
that
be-
you get a stomach cramp when you eat the mayonnaise?
That's just a side effect of the mayonnaise.
If we find
Yeah, it's because you shouldn't be eating the mayonnaise.
Might chill out a little bit.
No, this is we live in a world of balance, and you eat the mayonnaise, and it gives you stomach cramps. Balance. It's really
No,
good mayonnaise.
It's
but
not
it gives
meant
you
to
stomach
give you.
cramps.
It's not meant to give you stomach cramps.
Would your
Well,
This is why our plumbing is
friends-
packing it in.
do your friends like some food?
Anything that's do you have alcohol, preferably something very strong? I feel like I'm going to need it if these two continue the mayonnaise conversation.
Atlas
it'd be
writing
appreciated,
rapidly in her book,
please.
like, note to self, throw out celestial dip when get back to ship.
Yeah.
Note to self: date check everything in the ship.
Actually, it's too late. Volgir pulls out his bottle of whiskey and starts pouring whiskey. Just instantly shots the first
Volgir
thing.
has one of those wee cups that you unscrew the lid and flick the
thermos.
cup out.
So you say you do have biscuits?
We have food.
We
yes.
should do somewhere.
I will
It's okay, Barros.
fetch a few things.
Thank you, Dad.
So is the weather always this garbage, or
Probably.
That's the island of storms. I don't know.
At least it's not on fire. That's an improvement.
Some bits are on fire.
Torka, could you please get us a platter of some light bites? And you see from the corner of the room where you didn't even really even clock them, suddenly what at first you thought was just like a statue or pot of some kind, 2 arms come out, 2 legs come out of this shell, and finally a head rises up and out with these little half-moon spectacles on it, and he
Oh, it's a
pulls himself
fucking
onto his
turtle.
feet. None of you have ever seen anything like this before.
I thought we saw a turtle back when Cyrus got healed.
Oh yeah, you did like see it back there. So
Yeah,
yeah,
we met
turtles
just
are very
the one
unique to
turtle.
an Apo. That you've seen
Did-
one
did-
turtle before.
Did
Not everybody.
Did
saw
anyone
the
see
portal.
that, or have I been drinking this a bit too much recently?
No, you saw it.
Damn.
Right, okay then. Pause. A double.
He gives a big slow nod, and then he heads out the room very slowly.
That is like the worst person to ask to fetch anything.
It's okay. You may learn patience while you wait.
Yay.
Besides, I'm sure we have.
This
much-
is why
live on
I
a planet
always
where
have
everyone has a
reserve
very
biscuits.
short lifespan. I feel like I'm not gonna learn that anytime soon.
I told you should have bought a bag full of biscuits.
If you tell me where the
I have
kitchens
a
are,
bag of
I could just
biscuits.
go and get them. It'll take me like 2 seconds.
I'm sorry, you had to remind Barros to bring a bag of biscuits. He always
Oh.
has biscuits.
So
He
I
was
told him to
distracted
buy
by the milk
a
thing.
new bag of biscuits.
And he pulls out the remainder of the church wafers and a small to-go container full of celestial dip.
Cyrus grabs that dip and yeets it just across the floor. He just yeets it at the door.
Barris goes scattering after it.
Actually,
Splatters on
tell
the
to pick it
floor.
up and then just like,
No, my celestial dip.
Trust me, it's for your own good,
As it
Barros.
smashes,
I
there's
hate
little like
you.
ghosts like flying off it.
Is there water anywhere in the
Skull and
room?
crossbones slinging off it. If you ask for water,
No, just like, is there any kind of source of water?
there sounds like there is, but you can't see it.
I was gonna try and wash away it with like shape water, but I have to see it.
You can always hear running water in here, like, constantly.
Terrible when you're praying and you have to pee.
I can sit still a lot.
And why have you returned? You
Well,
She bought a unicorn.
She
Sorry,
got
no,
homesick.
Horse. No, wait, unicorn. Shit.
No,
I
it is
am
a horse.
unicorn.
it's the other
Yes.
color. We were bringing her, I'm assuming Gleam, but, stuff's kind of happened with Dell, and I got confused, and I needed to talk to you about it.
What was the confusion?
He said that both Fife and Ravi are fighting over me, or want me, but Dell's keeping them at bay, and that I have the option to choose because of lineages or something.
Speaking from experience, that's not a hard choice.
Well, I'm not choosing Fife. I'm confused about Ravi.
Atlas will lean into Days and be like, "Ooh, people are fighting over your girlfriend."
I'm not gonna get
Or
involved
Ray, not
with
Ravi.
like no god talk. Well,
I just
yes, would be correct. However, whenever you were very young, only a babe, I channeled deluge through myself, and we gave you a blessing of the storm. Something that would not have been possible had you not already been blessed by an Apo, as whenever you were born, a storm like only one other I have seen before raged that night. Me and Del, that is, masked you from those other influences, without even their knowledge of what happened. But yes, you do seem to be true of purpose. I can understand why they would desire control of you.
Dell said I could still choose.
Of course. The protections we placed over you were only as strong as your faith to an Apo. If you let that wander, or if you choose to let that protection leave, it will, and you'll be able to pick one to invite into your life. You can only have one. This was my solution to let you choose, as opposed to having someone choose for you. A lot of Asimar who are born true of purpose never even know they have more than one battling over them, but one simply overpowers the other or gains the upper hand. Ushers the other one away, and then you are stuck with no choice. Sometimes for the best, sometimes not.
Or the worst.
Okay. Maybe I need to go think a little.
Indeed.
I just needed your input, Dad. You all relax here. I'm gonna go for a walk, I think.
Astra, it's shitty out there.
She's used to it.
It's part of me.
If you'd like, Astra, I could open up the main gates here to the actual central thunderstone, the Tempest Pool.
Maybe later. I need to go to my space first.
Well, if you change your mind, you're always more than welcome in the center of the temple itself.
Thank you.
By this point,
think it's
the
a-
turtle comes back in the room. He's got a little tray, a little teapot on there, a little selection of sandwiches and
Atlas
nibbles
meets
and
him
biscuit.
at the door, like it's just filling her with rage.
Yep.
Takes the tray from him and like walks to the center of the room herself.
Hey, you do so.
Aster will probably go to Cyrus before she leaves.
You know what? You know, Atlas, that could be considered rude.
I don't know how long that guy's gonna live, but I'm on the clock here.
He's probably gonna outlive you. He'll probably outlive
Exactly.
all of us.
You look back at
Yeah.
him, by the way, and he's just gone back into a shell.
Startled him.
It's just like spinning on the floor, like a little bit.
You could push him down a
Uh,
hill and use him like a surfboard.
Yeah, Aster's going to find Cyrus. Like, you don't have to stay in the temple if you don't want to. I was gonna find my hideaway. You can come with, you can stay, but I don't know if temples make you even more uncomfortable.
No, you said you wanted to show me your side of Gleam, so fuck it. Let's go see your side.
Aster, like, take a look at what shoes has Cyrus got on.
Probably the heavy boots.
You should be okay.
Not like swimming, are we?
No. Do you have a hood?
No.
Okay. Aster sets off for like farther up the mountain.
As you
Cyrus
saw,
follows.
Cyrus following the last thing
As
you hear,
Cyrus
Astra.
follows, Atlas just turns to Browse and Vulgar and is like, why the fuck didn't we get invited?
That is quite rude.
It was really rude. She dragged us all the
Is
way
that-
here and then just fucked off.
Guys, it's okay. Dad, do you have any portraits of Astra when she was a baby? Oh, I have many. Don't worry, I'll get the
Oh.
book. Oh, this is gonna be good.
Is it? Oh. Anyone?
Atlas
Quick.
brings out her
Anyone
book,
got a
ready to
way of
copy this
copying
shit down.
pictures? Yeah. Anyone got a way of making a big one
Photocopying?
in the ship?
I am way ahead of you, buddy.
And this is her first bath. It's like Astra, like in the ocean.
Alice like thumbs back to her Astra page and is like, I am gonna fill this thing up.
But yeah, you leave the temple and you begin to climb up the rickety, slick, wet stone stairs that wind up the mountain. And as you begin to climb, I think that's probably a good place to stop for tonight. And we'll pick it up next time. Until then, bye-bye.